Alright, one more try. Can't imagine well, this shouldn't cause any issues. If it does, then it's definitely a more fundamental issue. Yeah, just note down the resolution a bit, so... Oh!
Huh?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was AFK for quite a while there.
Hello.
Just sorting some stuff out.
Yeah, he went go do some stuff, so...
Yeah, that's fine.
What are you up to, I guess?
I'm making my way to one of the POIs. I don't know what's there, but...
Which one is it?
I don't know. It's just, I followed a bookmark, so we'll don't really know until I get there.
Which bookmark is it? I mean, if you check the bookmark, it should be named.
Yeah, I prefer to be surprised when I get there, though. I'll see. It's only 19 jumps. I'll find out sooner or later. So,
well, I'm heading to the spaceport right now in the nebula. So.
Yeah, it's after the nebula, the space station.
Yeah, or it's in the nebula.
Well, yeah, I mean the place I'm headed to.
Oh, it's afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Elite Dangerous keeps locking up as well. Like, I'll just be playing normally at like 60 FPS, and then it will just like freeze for like 5 seconds.
That freezing bug is back.
Is it a common thing then? I thought it was just my PC being shit.
There was a bug last patch, like before they fixed it, where your computer would freeze. The instance you would just freeze for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's yeah, basically that.
They fixed it, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening here.
I mean, it didn't like lock up my PC. It was just like Elite Dangerous was lagging.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like, yeah. Well, I guess I take some solace in the fact that it's not just me. I'd rather it not happen at all, but...
Yeah. I'm currently exploring, trying to get all the exploration data I can.
Yeah, I was super far away from the start of well, from Waypoint 3, so I've went all the way back there, and yeah, made a ton on exploration data. Got myself up.
I was at Waypoint 3 whenever I started, so...
Ah, fair enough. Managed to get up to Pioneer with the exploration data, so...
Yeah, I'm at Pioneer right now, so I'm trying to get to Elite.
Yeah, we're nearly there, we're nearly there.
Yep.
What's your percentage?
45.
Oh, pretty close then, man. Yeah, I'm at 25. I'm thinking of just, you know, completely grinding out the rest once we get to the Sajay base. Because I'm hoping to get you know, at least another 25% by the time we get there. So,
I mean, I should get more than 25% with this one. I've gone through a whole bunch of, like, close to probably 100 systems, I think.
It's a lot of systems. What are you flying?
Huh?
What are you flying?
Oh, Crate Phantom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just headed, like, in one direction about 1,000, or I was, like, actually 2,000 light years in one direction. ended up because I was
Yeah.
heading towards like one thing, and then I decided no, it's one of the minor points of interest, so I don't have to head over to it. So in the middle of the trip, I just started heading towards some random point close to one of the places. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to the black hole yet?
Which one? In the Wonders
Yeah,
area?
one of the POAs.
No, I haven't gone over to the
Yeah.
Wonders.
It's a crazy place. Yeah.
It doesn't have like a neutron star too.
I didn't see the neutron star. I think maybe we're talking about different systems.
We might be. Yeah.
The you talking about
Which
the
place?
collection of wonders place?
Yeah, the Collectives of Wonders. Yeah,
I think
Collection of Wonders.
um I don't think I think I've completely bypassed that.
Oof.
Oh wait, no.
Apparently, it was like.
Yeah, I think I've been here. I don't remember seeing a neutron star though.
Mm.
Oh, let me take a look at the place. I got system data for it, so. Oh, yeah, would you look at that? There's a neutron star in the system map. Don't ever seeing
Completely
that.
missed it.
Yeah,
Completely missed it.
yeah. That's a ringed one as well.
Yep, it's a ringed one.
Crazy.
That's what someone was saying. Yeah.
All of the suns are ringed.
Oof.
And there's a lot of ring systems here, actually. In fact, most of the
Yeah,
systems here are.
So, everything's on a ring.
Yeah.
Oof. Just realize everything's on a ring.
Maybe I'll head back there at some point. I'm not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm headed to the Prua.
What's that one even supposed? What is it supposed to be?
I don't know. I think it's inside a nebula. I think that's just its.
Oh, it's
point.
just the nebula itself.
I can't actually see it listed on the. Oh no, it's the last POI. I think. Did I go past some of them? Oh no. It's just Yeah, there's a POI directly above it. I don't even know where the waypoint is.
The waypoints. It's at a
Yeah, I mean I've got the system name right in front of me, but I didn't have it bookmarked.
Oof. Huh.
Oh yeah, now I remember this. There's a nice nebula right next to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, time to head into the starport and land.
Sell some exploration data.
Sell some exploration data and heal my ship.
Oh, what percentage are you on?
Oh, 97. I accidentally dropped out of Super Cruise 2 times. Emergency dropped out of Super Cruise.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time. Yeah, I feel your pain.
Yep. Nav beacon. Turn around for the nav beacon. Because this is a tourist destination, apparently. I'm gonna hop into the nav beacon and collect the nav beacon's data real quick. Like, don't shoot right past it. I shot right past it. Fuck.
The leap of shame. We all do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I was just trying to get the I'm not wanting the exploration data from this place. I'm just wanting to get find where everything is.
Yeah, I mean, I always go to the nav beacon as well. Mainly because I'm too lazy to FSS everything.
Yeah. I'm not that lazy, sadly. There it is. Scanning. Scanning. And system data downloaded. There it is. This spaceport. It's on the first moon. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a bit of a depressing port, to be honest. I was hoping it would at least have some basic outfitting, just because I wanted to
It
run
was
these and
supposed
stuff.
to. It was supposed to, apparently. It was supposed to have outfitting and contacts in it.
I
But it
don't.
didn't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It
Guess
was
we just gotta
supposed to,
wait.
that's the thing. I don't know what was wrong that it didn't have it. Apparently they're saying it's like it was a bug or something that happened. Because it was supposed to have outfitting and contacts in it.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I mean, it doesn't look any different to any of the other places I've been to that don't have it. So,
yeah.
if it's a bug, I think it's a bug the other way around, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, I'll sell some exploration data here. At this place. See what percentage I get, or how much I get for it. Oh, excuse me. I hope I get enough to where I get to it, or I'm either gonna get the elite rank here, or I'm gonna get it at Sage. So
Yeah. I'm hoping to get it at Sajay, to be honest.
I'm probably going to get it at Sage. So what the heck is this planet orbiting a? What is that? Is that a field? Is that a T star, or is that just a gas giant with the giant ass rings? A gas giant.
I don't remember much about the system, to be honest. I was just so keen to get to the station. I've been doing so much flying off the beaten path. I had like 10 water worlds in tow. I'm gonna sell
them. I didn't have that. I'm not that lucky to have that many water worlds.
Really? Well, I was just finding them all over the bloody place. I couldn't walk 5 feet without tripping over them. I don't know what happened, but I think I used up all of my luck on this expedition. I don't think they were all terraformable though. I didn't really check, to be honest.
Did you service map them all though? Yeah,
I map every single water world, ammonia world, and Earth-like I come across.
I've been mapping like only the high terraformable stuff, so like in the terraformable high metal contents,
right?
Which does bring at least to 500,000.
That's a fair bit.
And they add up pretty quickly, so
yeah, I guess they do. But seems like there's so many of them. You'd be there for days if you mapped all of them.
But you can check if they're terraformable though, so you only get the terraformable ones. You're not going just scanning every single one.
There's a Let me check someone.
And of course, this is on the dark side of the planet too.
Yeah, I know, it's so depressing, isn't it? You can't actually see what you're doing without night vision. Yeah, puts an ugly haze over everything. One of these days I'll find a stellar phenomena. I swear it.
I found a couple.
A couple?
Before. Yeah.
I've not found a single bloody one.
Oof.
Yeah, exactly, oof. So it's very annoying. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I've seen all this stuff. Yeah, barely even heard of them. I just want to see them. I'm trying to not like look at too many screenshots of them.
Local gravitation. What is the G's on the planet?
It doesn't have any.
Oh, this one doesn't have any G's on it?
Yeah, there's 0 gravity on that planet. Everything just floats away.
Like, there's actually no G.
Oh, no, I'm just joking.
Because it was just like, be careful of the gravity. You serious? There's a fucking keelback on my pad.
Oh yeah, I know that keeps happening to me. It's so annoying.
Why is there a keelback on my pad?
The only way to fix it is to go to solo. I found, because if you just keep requesting docking, it'll just keep giving you pads. Maybe a different one, but they'll all have pads with a ship already on it. It's so annoying. I was at another spaceport, and yeah, it happened like 6 times in a row. You know, different pad each time, but they all had chips on them. It's infuriating.
Hop over to freaking solo real quick then.
Yeah. Luckily, you know, changing over is relatively quick if you're coming from the game.
Oh wait, oh shit, I quit the game. I didn't.
Oh.
Fucking hit main menu. I quit. Oof. I quit instead.
Yeah, that might take a while.
If that was a mess up. I'll be back.
Do I have you as a friend in game? Oh, I think he's gone.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, loading into solo play now. Don't have a ship on my pad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it is the fix. I just found that every time I go to solo, it fixes it. But might have just been my luck.
There's nothing on it. Hooray!
What's this?
I said there's nothing on it.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's usually the fix. I don't know what else to do if that didn't work, to be honest. So I'm kind of glad it works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, an ammonia world.
I can't repair if it doesn't have an outfitting, can I?
I think you can repair. I think I did. Actually, no, I just left the station
Oh
about
yeah, you can repair and restock. Okay.
about an hour ago. Yeah, I think you can repair.
I did.
Okay.
Let's see how much money I get from my first page. 29 million.
A lot
Almost
of
30
millions.
million. Almost 30 million for my first page. $30 million with all the bonuses. Second page is 18 million. And all the first discovers gives me an 18 million. Yeah, I didn't get elite. Wonder what it put me to. Let me swap back over to the private group and I'll see. Probably put me to like 60 something %, I guess. Let's see. Let's see. Floor panel. I'm at 69%.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, from 45 to 69.
Yeah, man.
A decent jump. But still not there yet.
You'll be in the.
Huh?
I'd say that's pretty close. I mean, considering you're just about to hit the last rank.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, yeah. When I was at the rank just before this, yeah, I was told that.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over. I think I'm just gonna head straight for the Nebula place. I think I'm just gonna head straight there, to be honest.
To the waypoint.
Yeah, the actual waypoint from here to the waypoint.
You're not going to any of the POIs then?
Maybe not, no.
The black hole's definitely something you should do, I think. The place looks amazing. But yeah, apart from that, I guess they all are just kind of standard, but still good stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going up to well, actually, I think I might go up to a nebula.
There's
That's about 1,000 light years up.
There's POI right above the spaceport. It's like 2 jumps away.
Yeah, it's the Guardian site.
Yeah, have you been to those yet?
Yeah, I haven't been to it. I have a Guardian FSD booster.
Yeah, but these
I've been
sites
to
look a lot different to the booster sites. I don't know,
I'll
might
think
be worth
about
checking it. 2 jumps away, what do you have to lose, I guess?
True.
And if you ever plan to get the fighters, you can do a bit of scanning there to help you out in the future.
I had Yeah, I'm just gonna head up there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head up to a different. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not doing that today.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, we
done
got
for
plenty of
today.
time.
Yeah, I'm done for today.
You're done for today.
Yeah, I don't want to play more at the moment. Well, I might get on later, but I don't want to play anymore right now.
Alright, well, I'll probably still be here, so
Okay.
I'll see you around then. Another water world. Not gonna complain. Probably already discovered they're this close to POIs. Unless they were feeling particularly lazy because it looks like it's behind the sun. Yeah, thought that would be the case. But it's close enough, we'll map it and get a bit of extra money. We'll go. I wish I could aim this FSS with my mouse, that'd be so much easier. Bunch of shit. So the oh, then that'll be a neutron jump. So before we do that, I'm gonna park and scan some of these systems. I mean, this close to the POI, they're most definitely taken, but data's data. It'll give me money. No, it's not discovered. Really? Alright. Color me surprised. Oh yeah, there we go. Just not all of it was discovered, I guess. Very weird that they'd pick and choose like that, but here you go. That's a fuel scoop I'm done. And that's a scan. Alright, let's head to this neutron star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's see if we got anything interesting here. I mean, I know it'll all be discovered, but there's a nice little landable place. Might be worth. Nah, can't be fucked, to be honest.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
So that's the waypoint. What the hell is this? Oh, yeah, no, I remember this. I don't need this anymore. So, we're going to be doing this sort of motion. Seems weird that we would just go that way, but whatever. I'll follow the fleet. Some cool vistas along the way.
Frameshift drive charging.
So this was the point of interest, huh? What was special about it? Is there any system data for this? There we go. Is it just a fat? Hey man, how's it going? Uh, what is it? Is it just the nebula? But it does look nice. I'm not gonna deny that. But there's usually something else going on. Let's see if we've got any landable planets. Plenty of them. Let's go land here. Or in fact, what we could do, look for some sites. Yeah. I would like to see the fucking biological sites. I've only seen the geological ones so far. And once you've seen one of them, you kind of seen them all. There's kind of, palette swaps. And I guess they are the most common, so...
Hey mate, I think this will take a little bit longer. I will just leave the voice chat now so I don't keep you waiting all the time. Really
It's
sorry,
fine,
buddy.
man. It's alright. How's it going anyway?
Yeah, we're getting to it. He's kind of like a bitch on purpose to mess me up a little bit, but which is
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
best to learn that way.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
harsh initiation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The beating in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, no
All
worries
right,
then,
I
man.
will.
Best of luck.
Okay, I will check back with you tomorrow on Wednesday. We'll see, and have a nice time. Fly safe, buddy.
You too, man. Have a good one.
Okay, see ya.
See ya. That was a buddy of mine. He's prepping to be a. I don't know what he's prepping for at that specific time. It's either fuel rats or wholesales, but yeah, he's one of the two. I think it's wholesales he's focusing on right now, which are basically a sort of in-game charity. Yeah, basically just an in-game charity that provide free repairs to people out on the expedition. So yeah, they're good people. God, there's so many fucking gas giants. I was looking for a nice place to land, really. Oh, that might be pretty nice. Those moons there are pretty close together. I don't think I can land on any of those though, but yeah, that might be pretty good. A lot of geological ones on there, Jesus. Nah, same thing. Alright, let's go landing. Had enough of the fucking FSS.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, seems like this system's there's not a whole lot going on here. So I think I'm gonna just head up to the black hole here. Shouldn't be too far, yeah, just I wanna say 20 jumps. Um, 30 jumps. 32 jumps. 18, okay. Guess we'll be seeing some neutron stars along the way then. That on my mass is just completely fucked. It's a long way to this fucking star, Jesus. At least the interior of the ship is nice. A lot of people don't like all the wires and stuff hanging out, but I think it adds to it. No one buys a DBX to be all fancy pantsy. I've got me a funny little feeling the servers have crashed. Yeah, I've been pretty spotty pretty much all day, so. Yep, the famous jumping into the black screen. I think this one's gonna need a hard reset, boys. I'm gonna. No, no. It usually doesn't take that long to come on up. And we're back. Let's try again. Oh, we headed straight towards a supercluster, boys. Look at that. It's looking real nice. That's not looking pretty good. Looking very nice. I think I got 6. God, man, that fucking super cluster. Looks incredible.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Ooh, we've hit a water one, boys. And it's not undiscovered, so that'll be a nice bit of money right there.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's always the loop of shame.
Surface scan.
There we go. A nice water world under our belt.
Frameshift drive charging.
Probably terraformable. Does look nice.
System scan complete.
Oh, lots of guys in the channel. Cool guy. Pretty much the only reason most of us are here.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, there's an announcement here I've got to read. Oh, right, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. The, one of the spaceports is bugged.
Fuel scooping.
Wasn't for me, though. Although I guess I didn't use the contacts page, so wouldn't have affected me either way.
Fuel scooping complete.
Steel scoop is done, that's all that matters.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's take a look at this squadron thing, shall we?
Fuel suit disengaged.
Yeah, it seems like pretty much everyone's in the same sort of point.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel sweeping.
It's a bunch of shit, basically. One of these days, I'll find a stellar phenomena.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel sweeping. System scan complete. Fuel sweep disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel sweeping.
Yeah, I think we're getting pretty close to the black hole now. Surprised none of these are discovered yet. I mean, we must be less than 5 or less jumps away by now. Yeah, I suppose it has been a while since we got to a station. Seven jumps? Jesus, further away than I thought. So yeah, we're gonna head up, back down. Though I do kind of want to go to the nebula first. Maybe it's oh, it's not inside of it. Yeah, okay.
Fuel sweeping complete.
Ooh, that's a nice binary system.
System scan complete. System scan complete. System scan complete.
Oh, I wouldn't want to try and fly through them. That's exactly why I'm getting it.
Fuel scooping.
But very slowly. Yeah, we can fit nice and snug between here.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh god. They're racking up a bit of heat there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh, Dr. Kai's in the Discord. I might go pop along and say hello. Ah, why not? He's pretty, no one's actually joined him yet, so, after I find where this water world is, yeah, I'll go join him. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Who's that?
It's,
VR.
Commander Dantorius. Or Dante for short.
Hi.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. I'm quite tired.
Oh
But I'm
yeah.
also quite jetty. So yeah. I like dark planets.
You like dark planets?
I don't know why. I've got this recent fascination with finding really dark, moody places, like with a very dim, cold star in the sky. Just finding like a crater to land in and feeling totally lost.
That's completely understandable, man. I mean, it's fascinating. There's those planets. I think they call them like rogue planets, basically, which aren't attached to like. I don't think they're in the game, but they're a thing like in the real world. It's like
Yeah.
rogue planets that are, not attached to any star.
Lost.
They're not orbiting anything. They're just flying through space.
Mm-hmm.
Which I find just completely
Well,
insane.
they would be way too dark though.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I am on a planet with a brown dwarf as a star, but it's 400 light seconds away, so it's very dark.
Oof.
I'm gonna get out in the SRV. Where are you up to?
I'm just headed to the black hole POI. God, I don't even know. I'm going to be able to pronounce this. Eodgorf, that one.
Oh, I don't know the
PI-T.
POI so well.
Say again, sorry?
I don't know the POI so well, so
Ah, okay. It's
what's special about it?
I assume the black hole. But
Yeah,
there might be
but
other stuff
black
in there.
holes aren't that special, so maybe there's something else there.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm just on my way to map a water world and a system just before it, so
Cool.
I know
Let me tell you this. What's
go on.
cool about this dark planet I'm on? When I land and I turn my lights on, there's like this one bright area around my ship. And then beyond that, it's just darkness. I love it. It's just such a nice feeling. Like now that the game they've really added darkness to the game. It's not everything's over bright and stylized. You can really get some creepy feelings going on when you play.
Yeah,
Do you play in
man.
VR?
I wish, man. I know it adds so much to it,
wish.
but yeah, at the moment I'm just.
Make it real. Make it real. Make it happen.
I don't think my uni budget will allow that, to be honest.
Oh, you're at uni.
Yeah, currently a student, so it's rice every day, sort of thing.
Yes. I don't know. I guess you are the exception to my rule. I normally have this rule, like if you want something bad enough, then you'll find a way to afford it. But if you're a student, then maybe that's just not possible.
Right. Well, I want a job quite a bit, so I am making. I suppose I follow that rule in that regard.
Yeah, as a student though, you've got to focus on your studies, so you can't do too much extra work, and what little money you have has to go towards paying rent and food.
Oh yeah.
There's not much wiggle room beyond that. You're like basically given just enough, and with it you have to live frugally enough as it is. I don't know, but I guess if you've got any kind of job and you're not in debt, I always tell people like, look, there's no way I should have been able to afford VR, but somehow I just wanted it badly enough, so I just found a way, and I don't even know how. I
Well,
just bought it and hoped for the best, and You know,
Yeah,
things just worked out.
I guess I am kind of following that rule because I'm moving house this August, and that will actually be cheaper overall
Okay.
for me because I'm currently in uni accommodation, which is expensive as all hell. So
Oh, I
I've
never
said
did
to
that.
my
I always
second,
had my
sorry?
own place. I never did that. I always rented my own place with a friend.
Oh yeah, no,
When I was in uni.
that is preferable.
Yes.
But me and my friend were thinking about going halfsies on a HTC Vive.
Ooh.
So
Yeah. Fair enough. You should do
yes,
it.
it definitely makes it a
But
bit
then
more
there'll be
affordable.
fights.
Oh
There will be
yeah,
fights.
there'll definitely be fights. But he doesn't play Elite, so I'll be hogging it most of the time.
Fair enough.
Just so long as he. It's kind of a catch-22 because I would be cool if he played the game, but it would also mean he'd be on the VR a bit more.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you can get them second hand, even cheaper.
Yeah, that is
Because
something
people
we'll look
sell
at.
them so they can get the 5 Pro.
Oh yeah,
So they are
yeah.
slightly cheaper. But you still need the Lighthouse boxes, whatever they're called, the base stations and the controllers. Well, you don't need the controllers actually, if you're just going to be playing Elite. Although you will want them eventually.
Yeah, I
Man,
mean,
I want Space Legs so badly. Sorry.
second, sorry.
I just want Space Legs so badly. I'm
Oh
sitting here
yeah.
desperate to get out of my ship and run around.
I'm curious on how that's going to work now that they've implemented VR. Are they just going to be like, all right, no VR for Space Legs because it's just like going to
No,
be
they will.
janky.
No. Plenty of walking-based games in VR. There's no reason why they wouldn't do it. They'd have to add all these sickness combating methods. But
Oh yeah.
as long as they give us the option to turn those off, because you can get used to it. I'm like 100% used to it. I've been playing Fallout VR. I've been playing Doom, Skyrim. Never get sick, no matter what. So, and it's so much better than like grenade motion, as they call it,
Grenade motion. What's that?
where you basically point in a direction and then like you get like this you basically point and you get a circle on the ground, and when you let go you appear at that circle, so there's no movement.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
And there's normally like a little grenade diagram, like as if you were throwing a grenade to where that circle is. That's why they call it grenade motion.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with it. I didn't know they made a term for it.
I only saw it once, so maybe they didn't.
Well, they have now.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I'll
official.
refer to that as. So, how long have you had VR before then?
Me?
Yeah.
I had it. Wait. Oh, that's the game. I just had some noise. I thought someone was calling me.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what year I got it. I got it, I think, like 4 years ago. I got it the year before I bought Elite, and I bought Elite. I don't even know when I bought Elite. 2015, 2016.
A few years then.
Had it years, yeah.
It's
I
just.
didn't really touch it until I got Elite. So.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, I guess Elite is a pretty staple game for VR because I'm just very curious on VR in general because it seems like it's such a game changer, but at the same time, like, well, in theory it's a game changer, but in practice it's just been relegated to a few select games like Elite.
Yep, it's a game changer and it's absolutely fantastic. And because it's absolutely fantastic, it's carrying on despite the fact that it's not very profitable, because it's just so good that they know that as long as they can push through the like non-profitable phase, they'll be able to like just change gaming forever. At the moment, it's too expensive and it's not quite there yet. I mean, the Vive Pro is practically there. And maybe the next generation will be like good enough that you can like convince absolutely everyone, even the most like snobby people in terms of visuals. The resolution will be just good enough. The angle will be good enough.
Well, isn't there that sort of hammerhead looking VR headset that's got like mad FOV and like 4K? displays. I mean, it takes a powerhouse to run it, but you know, it looks
There's
phenomenal.
the
Apparently,
Pimax. There's the Pimax. Yeah, I've never tried it. The only thing that I'm a bit doubtful about is they've got LCD screens, which means you'll never get black. You'll only get like sort
yeah.
of dark grey, which will kind of ruin Elite for me.
Oh yeah, I suppose
and
you do
also if
like your
there
dark
is-
planets.
Yeah. Well, space needs to be black, not grey. It just
Yeah,
has to be.
yeah, understandable.
But I don't know if I trust a company like Pimax. I'd much rather wait for someone more established,
Oh
like
yeah,
Oculus or Valve, to come out with their high FOV, high pixel density version.
yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're going to be dropping like, at least 500 on something like that, you want to know it's coming from a reputable source.
Well, I'd be dropping more than that. I'd be more like 800 probably just for the headset.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Huge amount.
It's
But
just,
yeah, the Vive Pro, the pixel density I'd say is enough. It could be better, but it's enough. Like it's really, really, really good. Good to the point of convincing you utterly. But you can still see jaggies and things and like a bit of pixel. You can see the pixels if you look closely enough. So it definitely could be better, but the FOV's not that great.
yeah, that's a
Slightly
thing I've
tunnel
heard.
vision, slightly.
Do you have
Yeah.
to do the whole like green HUD thing so you can see things properly? Because I've heard that's a pretty common thing in this game.
Well, the Vive Pro and even the CV1, and the Vive itself, are okay. They're good enough that you can have them with any HUD colors, and it's legible.
Alright.
But green definitely makes it slightly easier because the green pixels are bigger than the other two pixels.
Is that the reason for it then? I did not know that.
That's the reason. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
If you go and type in OLED pixels up close, you'll see it. The green ones are just like almost twice the size of the other two. It's weird. I don't know why it's done like that.
Yeah.
Probably because if you look at the photo.
Oh yeah, I think
receptors
it's something to
in
do
our
with the human eye and we're more trained to see
Yeah.
green or something like that.
The green one is out on its own, and the blue and the red are overlapping quite a
Yeah.
lot. So it's probably something to do with that. I don't know.
I vaguely remember hearing something about that.
What are you studying at uni?
Game development,
Obviously not
actually.
biology.
That's why I'm so interested in VR, to be honest, and where it's sort of going. Because I believe in it.
Amazing.
I believe it can succeed, but
Oh, it will. It will.
yeah,
It's owned by two gaming companies, it's dominated by Oculus, who are Oculus. They're a multi-billion-dollar company, and they're owned by Facebook. But Facebook, when they bought them, said you can do whatever you want. So basically, it's a bunch of gaming enthusiasts that have been invested in £4 billion. So it's not going to die. It will work. It will just take a while.
yeah.
To be honest, I think. Go on.
I'm just wondering what it's needing right now, because obviously the technology is there. Is it purely the money, or does it just need a proper, VR game that's gonna sell it as the same way Halo would sell an Xbox, for example?
It needs demand. That's what it needs. Right now, there's no demand. There's very little demand for it because so few people can afford it. So it needs to come down in price. People need to take it on, and then when enough people have taken it on, then it will become a moneymaker, which means everyone will start doing it. So right now, a few companies are making their games VR, ready, like Fallout VR and Elite and stuff like that. But they're not doing it necessarily to make money. They're just doing it for the fun of it.
Oh
and I guess they probably made a loss, which is why they're not doing it for their newer games, But that's what it needs. It just needs demand, and I think demand will come when the power, when processing power is cheaper as well. I would say if you've got a 2080 Ti and an i9 processor, then that is the bare minimum for like absolutely perfect VR. Like as in,
So like the highest specs on the market.
so if you say want like a 5K or an even 8K screen, you'll need at minimum a 2080
Oh
Ti.
yeah, yeah.
So right now the 2080 Ti is £1,000 and the i9 is £600. So like 0.1% of PC owners have anything close to that. So, but when like in 2 generations time, when you know Ti now, which will happen like in like say, 5 years time, and there'll be some really good headsets out, then VR will just be at like insane. It would just be so insane. You'll have, can you imagine like 180-degree FOV, and the pixel density will be so good that you can't see the pixels, and there'll be games like this. It's just going to be fantastic.
Yeah. We're getting closer and closer to the Oasis.
Yeah. Are you in what squadron are you in?
I'm in Fleetcom.
Did you see me announce I'm going to be in Wing 2?
Yeah. That and I was in Wing 1 and I noticed you popped down, so figured I'd come on down and have a chat. But yeah, I saw the announcement. I'm surprised no one else came along, to be honest.
The whole chat is dead now. It's almost as if the game has crashed.
Yeah,
Oh no, it has.
it's pretty quiet. I suppose it is coming up to 11 p.m. now,
Oh gosh.
which is alarming. I didn't realise it was that time, but
Wait, no,
nonetheless,
a whole bunch of messages came through.
Wow.
Give me a second. Let me catch up when people ask me questions. I'm trying to change some graphics overrides.
Frameshift drive charging.
What did you say your name was?
Dan Torius.
I can't see you anywhere in the chat. Are you just lurking?
Yeah, I'm lurking in the chat. That and the it's mostly glitchy for me. Like it will
Fair
just yeah. Sometimes I'll be able to see the chat fully, but then when I open it, it will like
Spaz out.
yeah, spaz out for lack of a better term. I'll take my head out.
Which uni are you in?
Pardon?
If I may ask, which uni are you in?
I am currently studying in Portsmouth, so right down at the south.
Cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
Cool. Oh, I don't want to leave this dark planet. It's so creepy and lovely.
So, whereabouts are you right now? Are you near any of the waypoints?
I can see a Starbucks.
So you, literally anywhere then? You could be anywhere.
I'm only 2 or 3 jumps out of Waypoint 3.
Alright. I'm coming up to waypoint 4 now. I went way ahead of waypoint 3. Just doing random exploration, not paying attention to where I was going. And then when it was announced, I had to go all the way back because I wanted to visit all the POIs. And now I've come all the way back again. So I've got me a lot of exploration data. Yeah.
Great. We're all going to be billionaires after this.
Oh yeah, well, I'm still kind of a noob to the game, so I only started at about 10 million credits, and already I'm up to 170 million. So
on Distant Worlds 1, I kid you not, I did the whole trip there and back, and we didn't have stations on the way. So I had to like.
Oh yeah, we're
hold all my
spoiled
data.
rotten with these stations.
Yeah, I had to hold all my data beginning to end. And I did, I mean, obviously I was doing a lot of rushing, jonking as we call it, jumping and honking, jumping and
Yeah,
honking. But
jonking. All right, I'm going to
did
use that one.
try. Yeah, I did try and scan like quite a lot, and I was hoping to have loads. And guess what? I even did Leon Rui rank 5, which means when I sell my data, I get triple the amount.
Christ.
And I made for the whole, what was it, 6 months or whatever it took. Guess how much I made, plus including the triple.
All the way. What I'm expecting to get out of this is probably about 500 million.
What, even including triple?
Oh no, that wouldn't be including triple. Including triple, yeah, that would be yeah, I guess
If you
about
think
the
about
1
it,
billion mark.
You've only done about 5 to 10% of the whole journey, and you've already made like 150 million.
Yeah, that's what I was just
So-
going in my head. Yeah, so probably about the 1.5 billion mark.
Right. So guess how much I made well, I made, including the triple, 270 million.
Ooh,
I know.
Jesus.
Crazy. It's crazy how much it's changed.
Yeah, man. I mean, things like the FSS have just made it simpler as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do much exploration with the old, the old system where you had to go up to the planet. So, not familiar too much with that system. But FSS is a
Yeah, it speeds
lifesaver.
things up a lot.
Yeah, I don't waste my time going to, the 2000th rocky body. Or
It's got
something.
its pros and cons. It also takes a lot longer to map a system, but you map it much more valuably. That's the phrase.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I just found a triple orbit.
Ooh, nice.
Maybe. We'll see. Once I take up A7, A7A. Oh, A6, never mind. Alright. I was wrong. I'm by some sort of star cluster now. This is really cool.
Oh yeah, those clusters. They're a sight to behold.
Yeah, I forgot. Then again, last time I saw a cluster, I was in the Oculus DK2. Now I'm in the Vive Pro. It makes a big difference. And the game itself has changed.
I remember when VR was like first coming out, and it was just the headset with a few motion trackers on it. None of this sort of room scale stuff.
Yeah.
It's been interesting to sort of watch it evolve. Because there's actually a surprisingly large sort of demand for VR by companies and stuff for VR arcades. They're slowly
Cool.
becoming a thing. There was a thing up in London actually that was like Star Wars VR. And I'm so disappointed I missed it because they had things like real world representations of some of the objects that you could pick up in VR. So if you went over to like a gun rack and picked up a gun in VR, there'd be like a prop in the real world for you to pick up as well. It was crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, I missed it though. So.
The only thing I really need to add to my experience is a. Oh, I must be tired because when I'm tired, the first thing to go is my ability to remember words for things.
I'll take your time, man.
One of those.
We got
one of
nothing
those
but time.
G-force chairs, whatever they're called. One of those simulator.
Yeah, I think I know what the kind of stuff you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and like so that when I boost, it tilts back, and I feel some like G-forces.
Yeah, and you need a couple of fans in there or something. That'd be sick.
Yeah, and if you in my cockpit, I don't expect any wind.
Yeah, but I was playing on this Star Wars sim. In case you haven't realized, I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
Cool.
Yeah, so I was playing on this like Star Wars simulator VR thing, and it blew air in your face when you like went fast. And yeah, obviously you wouldn't feel air, but I felt like it added to it. Made you feel like you were going faster.
I wish I'd have done that. That sounds a lot of fun. I've got a confession to make.
Go on.
I really liked episode 1, 2, and 3.
I
really did.
totally agree with you.
And I got an even worse confession to make.
Alright.
I don't really like episode 7 that much. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it.
That's
just
Force
not that
Awakens,
into
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't
Um,
seen. I disliked it to the point where I haven't actually made the effort to see episode 8 yet because I'm just worried that it's going to be another disappointment.
I liked episode 7.
A lot.
Didn't really like
Where would you
episode 8.
rank it?
Um,
Where would you rank episode 7 against all the others?
hmm. I don't know.
By the way,
It
you're
was
quite loud.
it was
Turn it
like
down
I don't know. It was like slightly above average. You know, I enjoyed my time with it, but there was no like, whoa, oh my god, you know, gotta see this again sort of stuff. I think I've seen it 3 times. Once in the cinema, 2 on DVD.
The Force Awakens.
Yeah. So it was interesting enough to keep coming back.
Oh, just give me a second. 1 second.
No worries, man.
Surface scan complete.
Yeah, someone submitted something for the newsletter and I completely forgot to put it in. I had to just apologize.
Oh, so going to
Have
the
you read
next one.
Dante's
Then.
Inferno?
Pardon?
I hope so. I have to see if it's not something that's time bound. Have you read Dante's Inferno?
I don't believe I have. No.
And you call yourself a Dante?
I played the video game. I played the video game by the same name.
Oh, okay, fine.
It
No,
was a
I'm
good
not going to
game.
make it to Waypoint 4. I keep getting distracted by cool places.
At least you're finding cool places, man. I'm just finding crap.
Yeah, but sometimes the coolest planets are just sitting there in the crap, and you don't realize because you pass them over. But then every now and then, I just go to a planet anyway. Like there's nothing special about it. When I get up close, it's like, oh wow, that's a cool view.
Yeah.
Some nice mountains.
Yeah, needle in the haystack, I guess.
Maybe.
I'm looking for something that's nice and canyony, to be honest. I have a wingman who's on a trip to France right now, so. But yeah, we've been going canyon running pretty much every planet we can find, which means we're pretty much in constant contact with the whole seals. So,
Yeah.
but it's it's a fun adventure.
This is nice. I don't have an SLF.
SLF. Yeah, neither do I.
Aramis does, but he's not on.
They
You know
are
what I'm gonna do?
fun as hell. I only played on a fighter for the first time about a week ago, and they are fast, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah, they are
And
super
what's
fun.
really cool about them? They're expendable, so you can do some dangerous stuff in them.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm just sitting here in my humble little DBX. Only one SRV. But I wouldn't give up the DBX for the world. I fucking love this ship.
Yeah, I love the DBX too. The only problem is it's only got 1 seat, so I couldn't take it.
Are you multi-crewing, are you?
Well, I want the option. My wife, for example,
Oh, yeah,
will
that
join
makes
me
sense.
every now and then. And yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I
cool
think that makes
thing that
sense.
I want to have the ability to do.
Yeah, I was thinking of buying a crate out at Rahini, but I just couldn't, Frankenstein the modules well enough I was getting about 20 light years on Coriolis, so I decided not to. But yeah, I mean, I've been telling a bunch of fellas about Distant Worlds 2, and they want to get into it, but they can't really make a ship. So I was like, do I get the multi-crew for them? But obviously couldn't in the end.
I'm surprised that you have to tell anyone about Distant Worlds 2. Like, are there people on this planet that haven't heard of it?
Well, they don't play Elite Dangerous, so they
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I've
didn't
got a
really
few
know
friends
about
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I've been trying to convert them,
Oh.
but
Look, if I can't, like, I've got friends and I can tell them, hey, not only is there an awesome thing, but I'm organizing it, and I can, you know, get you extra special favors, and you know, if I can't convince people, then you know, you're not gonna be able to.
yeah. Well, I got 3 of them to buy the game. They just haven't played it yet, so I don't know if that's worse, to be honest. But at least they've
Only a tenner.
yeah, yeah, they got the commander, so yeah, I think it's about a tenner. For the I got it on the Humble Bundle sale, so at least it went to a good cause, I guess. Some money to Humble, some money to FDev. It's really exciting because you know, because I study game dev. I think we're actually getting some people from FDev coming down to talk with us at some point.
That's nice.
Yeah, we get a lot of industry people coming down. We spoke to people from Rare recently as well. That was interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a whole new perspective, really.
1 second. There's something very strange going on here.
Oh,
Oh, it's just a glitch.
oh yeah, plenty of those to go around.
I'm not getting any circles anymore. Oh wait, I know why. Because I had the HUD off.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll cause that issue. Ooh, it's a nice neutron star.
Am I? I don't know if I'm being. I don't know. I'm bothering to like chart these brown dwarf systems that are guaranteed to only have ice world. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Oh god.
Just leave them all to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess someone's got to do it.
Mhm.
I respect you for it, man.
Thank you. One day when someone's looking for a very dark ice world.
You're the man to
Yeah,
go
that means
to.
that. Ploy aim. I'm in Ploy aim at the moment.
I don't even know what that is.
Apparently a place.
Crazy.
What I don't get, the weirdest design decision of all, is that the star changes the color of the galactic background and the stars. If it's a red star, if it's like an M star, the stars all look reddish, and the galactic backdrop is.
Yeah, I
Weird
noticed
red.
that. Specifically with like, more neutron stars, like the background stars get really bright and blue.
What I just don't get, why can't there be? There's like right now. There's so many AAA like space games. Why can't just one of them just be committed to realism like all the way? Space is beautiful enough as it is. It doesn't need to have like a weird, like stylization of any kind. It can just be space, you know. Space Engine is perfectly fine with that. Unfortunately, it's not a game.
Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely, love that personally, but I imagine it's something to do with like mass appeal and stuff.
I don't believe that. I believe that maybe, or you know what, you're in game development, so you definitely know better than me. But I think that's probably. It sounds like a myth to me. I think people get a bit too hung up with mass appeal. I think you could sell space as it is, and you could sell it on the fact that this is 100% realistic. And I think even non. I mean, your crowd is going to be mostly space crowd anyway. So even the non-space people that you are appealing to are going to still think that it's cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I
know,
mean,
it's too much to say.
I'm still in the junior phase of my studies, so I'm just kind of going on gut
I
feeling.
can't. I just think you must be overthinking it if you think that we need to like change the way space looks to make it sell better. Like I don't know. I think they're overthinking it. They must be. If they think that if they're doing it for a reason. I think, to be honest, the main reason they do it is because they just didn't have enough money during the gamma phase when they were designing all this, and then they haven't had the time to work on it since. But then there's all these weird other decisions.
Do you reckon that a game, well, they're trying to come up with a realistic sort of space sim game idea right now, like would you think of something more like Kerbal Space Program, but obviously set in the real world with?
Oh, I'm not talking about the mechanics. I'm just talking about the setting.
Okay.
Mechanics is another conversation. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to be too realistic, you're going to end up with games where you can only travel at the speed of light. So that's a problem.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
I'm just talking about the visuals.
yeah, no, okay. Purely on a visual level, I know. I feel like maybe they do it then because if you try to completely 100% emulate real life, you're going to fail. But if you try and put your own spin on it, you can be like, hey, this is our artistic interpretation,
Yeah.
and you can't.
It's not meant to be realistic, and we can't say anything. I get it. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Sorry
I
to
could
interrupt.
think of.
Fair enough. Well, if ever I win the lottery or get invested in by Elon Musk or something happens where I'm suddenly at the helm of designing a game, I will make sure realism is the first thing. Just like Space Engine, I guess, but Space Engine as a game, rather than
Yeah.
just a really.
Well, maybe if I fulfill my dream of starting up a video game company, I'll maybe
You make me
maybe I'll
project
come
manager.
to you. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I'll use my my skills at organizing big things
Yeah.
to be a good project manager and lead designer and general like idea factory.
Yeah. Well, I still got a few years to go, but
Okay.
yeah,
I'll
maybe
still
when
be here
Distant
in a
Worlds
few years.
3 comes around.
Distant Worlds 3 is going to be in real space.
Yeah.
Taking off. So.
Yeah, sign me up.
But yeah,
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. Would you
Yeah, I'm
travel
finding
to
a
Mars
consistent-
and not come back?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've got a family.
All right. Okay, you can come back in 2 years, but no
Yeah.
less. You would totally do that.
I'd have to, double check with my wife. She probably would say no. She doesn't often say no. She usually says yes to most things that most people would say no to. But I think
Like
that
going
might
to
push me.
Mars for 2 years.
I don't think it's the time as well. If she would probably say, well, it's a really cool thing, and I could definitely sacrifice 2 years for that because it's that cool. But
Yeah.
she wouldn't let me go because of the danger. If it was 100% safe, then maybe.
All right.
What
Yeah,
about you?
I've been thinking about it myself. I mean, I'm just a measly student. I got nothing to lose. I'll fucking do it. Why not? Man, I play Elite Dangerous for the exploration. I'd fucking love to be able to just go up there,
Yeah.
see the
I mean,
planet, see
I
the
don't know.
stars.
Don't know if I'm a big fan of the phrase, "Oh, I'm just a student, so therefore my life doesn't matter as much," because I think it still does.
Oh yeah, I suppose
But I
that
think I
was a
know you
bit
didn't
more
mean it like that.
morbid, yeah, than I intended. Yeah, so I don't
I
have
also-
a
I also
family
kind
or
of
anything
know.
like that.
Yeah, having a family kind of grounds how important life is, I guess.
Yeah,
It's as
no, I
important
understand
as
what
it
you
is
mean.
without the family, but it's having the family that teaches it to you in a sense, in a way that life itself just doesn't naturally. Unless you're
This
a
got
philosopher.
yeah, this got deep real quick, man.
Well, it tends to.
Yeah,
When you're playing a space game, traveling at several times the speed of light.
yeah.
One scale model of the universe.
Did you ever play Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda?
I started it, and I didn't stop for any particular reason. We just kind of
Just phased out of it.
we just got into other things and always planned to come back, and it never happened. Why?
Well, it's just I was thinking about that game because yeah, it got such a bad rep, but for me, it's just such an intriguing premise, and I fucking love it. Disappearing after the completely different galaxy, separate from anything you've ever known. It's just a premise that really intrigues me, and I don't have too many hours in the game. I think I got like 5. But yeah, the game's just fascinating for me for that particular reason.
Yeah, that is really cool. And that's, again, you're like making me think I really want to get back into it for that reason. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
You're welcome, man. I mean, I'm a big fanboy of Mass Effect as well. I mean, I've read the books, the comics. It's
Really?
yeah, it's probably. Oh, I don't know if it's higher or lower than Star Wars for me, but it's a good contender because I think
I think it's got really good lore. It's a very deep show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give it that.
Yeah, I
Not
think
show,
that's part of the
story.
reason for it is because it's it's set in the real world, so it kind of grounds everything that you do.
Yeah, and I also like that the science behind it is actually fairly plausible. I mean, like, there's no such thing as like a Mass Effect, but if there was, then it makes sense that if you can like reduce the mass of something, and make it negative, you can then go faster through light. It's a really clever idea.
Yeah.
It's not just some theoretical warp drive that goes through some theoretical subspace of indeterminate.
It's actually thought out, and if you didn't know physics, it sounded like it could probably work.
Yeah. And even if you do know physics, you can imagine maybe there is such a way of creating a field that affects the mass inside it. I'm
still holding that hope, to be honest.
Yeah. And also the aliens are also really deep and interesting, and not like not everything is humanoid. So I like that. But the story behind it, the Reapers, I just really, really found it fascinating. The main problem I had was I played it and I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. And then I played the second one and couldn't get into it for whatever reason. Then the third one, and then I was like, okay, Andromeda's coming out, so I'm going to convince the missus to play it with me. So what we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll watch someone like summarize the entire story, so we are completely caught up. And then when I watched that 20-minute video that summarizes the entire story, by the end of it, I was so annoyed that I saw it that way, because it was such a cool story that I wish I'd have played the games and learned it as it was supposed to be told, It was such a cool story.
I mean, the main thing that draws it into me is you get to choose your story. So even if there is a bit
all the
of
endings are good.
So it feels like every fuck up is your fuck up. It just really makes it feel a lot more human, and I think that's why I love it.
So deep.
Yeah, the first contact war specifically for me in the lore is the first time humans ever met aliens. It's probably how I would expect to go down in the real world. We see a bunch of aliens and we shoot at them. It's basically the premise.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I didn't know it had books, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's got plenty of books. There's plenty of comics too.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I'm surprised it had books. I didn't realize it was, big enough for books, but I'm glad. I'll take all the lore I can get.
I'm a massive fan of Dragon Ball. No.
I never really got into Dragon Ball. I'm sorry to admit.
Well, you probably a bit younger than me, so that probably affects that. In
Oh
some way or
yeah.
another. Because it was like on TV when I was a teenager. So for you, it would have been when you were like 3. Why can't I get out my planetary vehicle? My SRV. What's going on?
Yeah, I never saw Dragon Ball on TV or anything like that. I don't think I watched many animated shows, to be honest. I think it was all live action.
Yeah. I'm not a big anime fan per se. It's just Dragon Ball. It was just awesome. I did watch a couple of animes, One Piece and Bleach, and I love them as well. Bleach might even be better than Dragon Ball,
Oof.
but Dragon Ball is it's got a special place in my heart. And Dragon Ball Super is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, you don't know anything about it, so there's no point in me going on.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying right now. I'm sorry. I'm just
Well, there
smiling
was Dragon Ball
waving.
Z. Dragon Ball Z was like the one that made it all famous.
Yeah,
That
that's the
was
one I was hearing
the
about.
300 episodes of various sagas. But that wasn't the first. The first was just Dragon Ball. And that was more of a kid's show. It was a bit more like goofy and cartoony, and it was like it was short, 190 episodes. And then yeah, and that all ended like I think in the early 90s. It was all over, and it was just like being on repeat. Although I didn't watch it until the 2000s. And then they just recently started making a new one with the same writer and everything called Dragon Ball Super, and it is absolutely incredible. It's so well written. I'm just so happy that I live in a time
Yeah.
when new Dragon Ball is coming out, and it's so bloody good, and it's canon, you know.
Not born in time to explore the galaxy, but at least you got Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah. And I'm watching it with my wife, which is like the icing on the cake.
Yeah. Did she enjoy that as well then?
Yeah, she thinks it's really cool.
That's pretty much the perfect scenario then. The only thing I know about Dragon Ball is they made a pretty good fighting game recently.
Fighter Z.
Yeah, that's the one. I heard it's pretty good.
I've got it.
Is it good?
From what I can tell, yeah. I mean, I've barely played it. I've probably got like 4 or 5 hours in it max. I've never got to the point where I'm able to fight naturally.
Do you still have to think about a lot of inputs and stuff then?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know the inputs now, but not second nature. I still have to put in a bit of brain power.
Yeah.
So I'm not like able to think abstractly, like I did, like for example in Super Smash Brothers. That was a good game.
Have you played the new Smash?
No. I only played one of them. It was the one on the GameCube.
Melee.
Melee, yeah. I played that religiously with my friends. He would come to my house after school every day, and we'd get in at least 45 minutes of Smash.
I mean, that game's still going strong.
I'm sure it is, because it's an amazing premise for a game and an amazing set of simple controls.
Well, there's online play for it now.
Yeah, there was online on the Wii as well. The Wii one. What was that? Super Smash Brothers.
The only other one I know is Brawl.
Brawl. There you go. That was it.
Okay.
It was on the Wii.
I was on the Wii.
And it was multiplayer. It was online. Yeah, you could connect to your friends if you had their Wii code or whatever it was.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't know. I've been a console
Nintendo
gamer for
codes
like
are
a
weird.
decade.
Just give me a username. Let me put a username in and everything will be alright. And I'll put in the Wii codes or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man.
You still trucking along?
I've just found a new planet around a gas giant with a
Ooh.
star field in the sky, and it's quite dim. And I'm just lamenting because it's so amazing, and yet there's still some problems, you know, like the terrain still doesn't convince me. It's still just...
It doesn't speak to you.
No, the game, they haven't quite perfected terrain and planets yet. They just haven't. They've got them to scale, and they've got like a decent set of like landscape types, but up close, just things just look a bit cartoony and a bit N64-y, you know?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, it's like N64 VR.
Yeah, I
These
get that a lot
planets.
from the buddies I'm trying to convince to play this game. They're like, oh yeah, sometimes the game looks great, but then it, looks like a PS2 game.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a common thing. But I imagine you have pretty easy contact with SDev though, right? All things
At the
considered.
moment I do. At the moment I get a direct line to one person there who can then generally find out stuff for me, but doesn't always. So it's not like I can influence the game itself.
Yeah,
Although
but
I'll tell you one thing that we've achieved. You know the POIs are numbered.
yeah.
That's because we asked for that. And quite a few other things as well, but I can't go into detail. But no, I can't influence the game. Then again, because I did something that got into New Scientist, I'm pretty sure I could probably go down to Frontier Developments and have a personal audience with David Braben and make some requests.
Oh yeah, I mean, I imagine your voice, like, alone just carries weight, even if you don't, like, speak to anyone. It's the fact that, pretty much everyone around here, like, knows you. If you're like, oh yeah, this is, the game needs this. Everyone else on the server will be like, oh yeah, the game needs this. And, FDev will hear that.
It's not just that. It's like if I make... It's a bit like Obsidian Ant. He has that power as well, like way more than me, obviously. But it's the same power as him. It's like, if I complain about something, then thousands of people know that that thing is something to complain about.
Yeah.
And if it's Obsidian Ant, it's tens of thousands of people. So whenever Obsidian Ant has a problem with the game and he makes a video about it, Frontier like scramble to fix it because they don't want bad press. Do you know what I mean? So I might have like a smidgen of that power at the moment. Once Distant Worlds is over, I probably won't. But because I have the keys to Distant Worlds and future expeditions, which they really, really need, in that sense, I've got influence over them.
Yeah.
It's not a huge amount, but it's enough, and I like to save it for things that are really important. And so far, I haven't really thought of anything that's really important. I mean,
give us space legs.
Space legs and atmospheric landing on Earth-like worlds with procedural life. Written.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a tall order, but one I agree with.
Mm-hmm. Or I could just threaten to like make my own game. Alright, that's it, guys. Come on. We're leaving. We're going to make our own game now. On this frontier, do exactly what we say right now.
Yeah. Hold them hostage with competition.
Okay, I've really got to get off this planet. I'm loving it, but I've just got to go. Can't stay here forever.
Yeah.
I've got to keep up with Aramis.
Where is he at?
I don't know. He's gone to Beagle Point and back at least 20 times, so who knows where he is right now.
Jesus.
I know he has. He goes like 5 times for each expedition, plus he takes 2 or 3 other characters there, and all kinds of stuff. He's crazy like that.
Just touched down at the Waypoint now. There's 2 guys already here. An Asp and a Corvette, surprisingly.
Has the Corvette got any weapons?
I don't know. Let's check.
Did you say how do you check?
No, I just said I'm gonna check.
Okay. Who is the Corvette?
Commander Duncan Hunter.
Oh, I know him. He's one of the Distant Worlds organizers. Tell him Dr. Kai says hi.
I will do that. I can't see any weapons.
I don't think he's got any weapons.
Yeah.
Someone just joined, but I can't see who it is. Hello, mysterious person.
Hello, other
Hello,
guy.
I couldn't help but see that the expedition organizer was in a small channel, so I thought I'd stop in and say hi.
I'm in here as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought you
Hello,
about you.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Man.
Dr. Kai. Hello, Commander Dante.
Hello, Commander Homesven. I can't
Commander
see your full
Homesven
name.
here.
Homesven. Hello.
What's up? I haven't seen your name before.
I've been on the expedition since the initial launch, since the start. I'm out around the neighborhood of Waypoint 4 looking for codex entries.
Cool. We still haven't had our massive big find yet. We've had some really cool finds. I'm going to be writing about them this week, but
Oh, yeah.
still looking for
I don't know if you can
something
answer
big.
this, but do you know if there is, something to find out there?
I don't know anything.
Okay.
I assume so. I hope it's not all just like variations of crystals and
Well,
space nubbly bits.
it's just I've been hearing rumors that, obviously we don't know what, but there is something planned for us to find.
So we're just looking for something new.
I think so. I don't know.
Our mission is very open-ended. There's nothing specific we're doing. We're out on a journey of discovery. Obviously, the holy grail of that would be to find some really gobsmacking, unexpected, unanticipated, reality-shifting discoveries, and I'm sure we will.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very hopeful we will, but
And Raxler's right round the corner, boys.
we're here looking. That's what we're doing,
Oh, God.
and I'm sure there'll be cool stuff to find. Ooh, this is
Well,
good
I've been
stuff.
having a blast. Thank you so much for organizing. The groups have been amazing. The maps have been great. All the points of interest and optional points of interest. I've been trying to visit.
I'm really glad to hear that. Are you meeting people? Are you having fun? Are there fun things going on?
I've been playing the game for about a year. Most of that time, I just had 1 or 2 people on my friends list. All of a sudden, I got 15.
Wow. That's what people tell me about in Distant Worlds 1. I'm glad it's happening again. You have to imagine, like, because Distant Worlds 1 was so good, I just had to, like, make sure that Distant Worlds 2 is as good, and it's always a fear that it wouldn't be. I'm just so
I
glad.
wasn't playing Elite Dangerous at that time. I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. I forgive.
Oh, this isn't going to be good. I went into a geyser, went up so high that my ship left
Your
without
ship
me.
took off.
Yeah. And
you went up a kilometer, no, 2 kilometers, right?
I went up 3 kilometers.
Oh, yeah.
My game just crashed as well, so that's the icing on the cake. Just crashed the desktop.
C to D.
My SRV blew up as well. But I'm hoping the crash, doesn't save that.
Where's the nearest station? I might want to do a quick repair. I may or may not have crashed into a star recently. Hello.
Get the whole seals out, man.
No, they can't repair my inner modules.
Do you not have an AFMU? Or would you just rather not use it?
No. I would love to have one, but I opted for having 100% mining build all the way. So yeah, I'm currently limping around with limpets holding me down.
I see what you did there.
It wasn't me. It was some weird part of my brain that we all have that nobody can explain why we have it, but we do for some reason, and it just puts weird connections together like that.
Well, as human beings, we look for patterns, don't we?
Not me. I hate patterns.
Well, that's why why all the people see faces in the clouds and shit like that.
Okay, so in real life, a limpet is a marine mollusk with a shallow conical shell. I'm just reading from Google here, and a broad muscular foot, found clinging tightly to rocks, used in comparison to refer to people and things that cling tightly. I don't know. I don't get what does that have to do with the little robots we send out from our ship.
Because they go and cling tightly to things and bring them back. I guess that would be my guess.
but they fly around on their own. Maybe they're on the outer hull. Maybe they don't have to like deploy from a hatch or anything.
I just imagine
No,
a
they
guy
come
with
out of
like,
the cargo hatch.
yeah.
I mean, like up until they're deployed, are they sticking on the outside of the hull, like a
No.
barnacle?
That would
That's
be
what it is.
brilliant.
It's like a tiny barnacle.
No, they live in your cargo hold.
I wish they were hanging on the outside. That would be great.
I mean, why aren't they just called drones?
Because FDev, that's why.
I don't know. That's a good question. Are you sure limpet's not used in any like naval terminology or Air Force terminology?
I mean, not in a couple of seconds of Googling here.
Oh man, can I try and guess your accent? Just like I want to keep
Okay.
doing it until I get good at it. So I'm probably not even going to come close.
You're guessing my accent?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ooh.
where did I grow up?
Well, I can't tell you where you grew up. I'll tell you where I think your accent reminds me of.
Okay.
I'm gonna try like narrowing it in. So, firstly, are you in the north of North America, as in the north of USA, somewhere?
Yes. I'm in the
Okay.
Northeast, New England.
No. Ugh, I was gonna narrow it in.
Are you in New England by any chance?
I was not. I was
Sorry,
not gonna say New England,
I didn't
so-
grow up in New England, so I'm
No, I
gonna
was
throw
gonna
you
say-
off by that.
Okay, cool. Did you grow up in the north though, somewhere?
I didn't grow up in the north of the U.S.
Oh, okay, so then I have no idea. Yeah, I was gonna say like you sound like you may be from Chicago or somewhere, maybe even Washington, but
I didn't grow up in Chicago. I didn't grow up in Washington.
okay. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in South Florida, Palm Beach County.
Ooh, nice. The flattest state in the whole of the USA.
That's right. And also, as far as regional dialects go, it's similar to the Northeast because there's a lot of transplants from New York and from New England that have moved there.
For the weather.
Yeah, that's right. Florida is part of the South, but the farther south you go in Florida, the closer you get to the North, culturally and accent-wise.
Lobster rolls.
Cool. I'm a massive America fan.
What's going on with pizza?
Obsessed with
Pizza
America.
rolls. Lobster
I'm gonna
rolls.
live there one day.
You're in the UK now.
Yeah. Got my eye on Denver.
I lived in Denver for a bit. It's a good city. I liked Denver.
Yeah, we've been there twice. Once on our honeymoon, and
I just realised
then
my
again.
chat box
just-
is a bit janky.
But then
Sorry
we did
about that.
the second time we went. We did like a 4,000-mile drive.
We'll fix that
a
right
big
now.
loop that took us to California and back, basically.
So you crossed the Rockies in a car.
Yep.
I bet there were some great views there.
It was life-changing. Life-changing. It's also helped me with like perceiving the scale of things in like Elite Dangerous as well. Just life-changing in every way. I just loved it. Dream about it. We went Denver to Salt Lake City through the Rockies, as in we went through Grand Junction and all that. That was 8 hours. Then we did Salt Lake City to Reno in a day. That was another 8 hours. Then the next
Cool.
day we went through Lake Tahoe to Sacramento. It was only 4 hours. We had like a bit of a break. Then the next day we just went to San Francisco and back. And the next day we went to LA and we spent like a couple of nights there. And then we just basically spent the next 2 or 3 days working our way back to Denver via the Grand Canyon.
I've never been out farther west than Denver.
Right.
The only exploration I've done is in Elite, so I don't have many stories to tell.
Exploring is the best thing ever.
Oh, I totally agree, man.
I've met a lot of people on this expedition from the UK and from Germany. It's been really cool.
I like Germans. 2 of my best internet friends are German. So many other people in my life are German.
So how you doing there?
Yeah, they're quality
need
Europeans right there.
Handful people to F off. Like the
Yeah, I
name.
agree. I've
I
been
like
to
the name.
Germany, and they're great people.
I've been to Germany as well.
Oh yeah, I met a guy. I think his Discord's like Toka something, but he goes by the nickname House. He's the nicest guy I think I've ever met. He he joined the Fiorats and the Wholesales recently, and he was just so excited to like get out there and do stuff, give back to the expedition.
Frameshift drive charging.
He's a great guy if you come across him. And yeah, he is German as
So,
well, so I guess
A person who's both a fuel rat and a hull seal, are they a seal rat or a rat seal?
now these are the sort of questions we should be asking.
They
I have
are
no
a
idea.
mongrel.
A mongrel.
They're a mutt. Some kind of weird hybrid.
Well, there was the fuel corgis a long time ago, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's
Fuel corgis.
Raijin and the Candy Crew did that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, that's your mutts right there, basically.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I've not been honking for like 3 systems in a row now. I feel dirty.
We're distracting you too much.
Yeah, man, you're distracting me. That's it. The sole reason. Blaming you guys.
I didn't bring any fuel or hull limpets. Just a selfish build here with 2
Yeah.
SRVs.
I'm selfish as well. That and I don't have the module room for it.
I am not selfish because I have all this mining gear and all of it is turreted.
The scanner thing, do you
Even if you were, you get a pass because you've done all the organizational work. That's,
do you mean
that's the real heavy
I'm
lifting.
trying to open it now. This thing.
You're too kind.
System scan complete.
This is known as the FSS, and
It looks like you guys were planning this for almost a year.
I'm going to
Mhm.
turn these guys down.
Who guys?
What weren't there forum posts about this?
So
Stretching
the
a while
default
back.
binding
You've been organising it for over a year. Yeah, we
is,
have.
well, I'm on UK layout keyboard, so I don't know if it'll be any
um,
different.
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
amazing.
I announced it October 2000.
I'll turn these down. This goes down just a
17.
little bit more.
and
So
then
have you
started
played
slowly
much
putting
Elite?
it together. Some of them
At
were
all?
working really hard right from the start.
I think
I
it's
wasn't.
a
I
recent addition. I
put
mean,
things
I
together a
first
but I didn't put much thought
used
into
it
until,
for this expedition,
let's say,
so
4
yeah, it's
months
kind of new
before
to
we
me as
started.
well.
And
But yeah,
that's
basically the
literally
default
about-
binding
but a lot
is
of work had gone
the
before then.
at key. If it's a
I
if
found
the
out
at key
about
is
it
on its
from
own,
a
that is,
Polygon article.
and right next to
I
the
said, well,
hashtag and
Oh, this is something I've got to do, definitely.
the semicolon, then yeah, that's the default
I mean, I'd
binding.
already been playing Elite for a while, but I was looking for, I guess, something else to do in the game, and like that's the thing. This has been.
Just go back into the game. Yeah, you're basically in the same sort of situation as me. Then I played about 150 hours about like 2 years ago, and then I just got into it for Distant Worlds. So
Oh, the next one I can. Okay, good. Never mind.
yeah, I'm finding all about this
I didn't want to ruin my
new stuff like the FSS.
That's what I was on about.
I don't know if you did any exploration before, but just to cover the bases, what you did before is you
I'm
had
glad
to
it had a
go all the
happy
way up
ending
to the
after
planet
all.
when it says unexplored, and and then you would do a scan of that, and that was it. You've scanned that planet. You've got all you can out of it. So as I jump into the system, I'll show you the new system. What is this? Well, it is basically a massive. It's not an update. it's a massive expedition of around 12,000 people, I think. I'm not quite sure on the recent number, but basically it's 12,000 people, all heading from, the bubble around here. We're slowly making our way around up to good old Beagle Point, somewhere around here. I don't know the exact location, but it's somewhere around here. So it's basically just a huge fleet moving slowly but surely, through the galaxy. So I've never made the journey before, so I teamed up for or joined up for this. Yeah, basically how this system works is you still have the old honker. You give that a little honk, and that will show everything in that system. Unfortunately, there's nothing in this system for me to show off, so that's a bit fucking annoying. But yeah, it's easier if I show rather than just try to explain. But it has definitely sped up the exploration process, because you don't have to go to every single planet just to see what it's like. It basically allows you to get an overview of planets without having to go anywhere. I mean, the range of the FSS is pretty much infinite. Okay, so oh yeah, no, I've been meaning to get it in VR, man. I've heard it's it's an absolute game changer. See, at this sort of bottom bar here, I don't know why I'm pointing. But yeah, you sort of move it along this sort of frequency analyzer thing, and different quadrants mean different things. So where I'm sort of hovering now is your sort of, regular rocky bodies, your high metal content worlds. So after a while, you just tend to learn what portions mean what, so you don't have to, at the bottom right, it will tell you. But eventually you sort of get the muscle memory, I suppose.
Whoa.
So yeah, what you can do is
That is big.
you
found
just
a 20-kilometer radius planet.
mouse over or whatever
Wow,
controller you're
what is
using,
the,
and you can sort of zoom in
It's only
on
2D.
sections.
It's ice.
So right now I've got
It's
it
so light.
selecting high metal content worlds, so I can now zoom in on these planets,
I'm gonna go and take a look.
and it will
So
bring up
30 light seconds
a
away from
high
the
metal
star as well.
content world, and it will give
How can it
me
be icy if it's so
uh,
close? I don't understand.
a bunch of information for me to go on and decide whether I
Yeah.
want to go out and map it. I will map it
K-star.
specifically to show you that system, but I usually wouldn't map high metal contents, just because if I did, there's so many of them that I'd be around forever.
Land here for the night.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's the quick explanation. But there is still a system in place for going up
It's not really
to
big
planets.
planet,
So
random planet,
I'll
I've
show you
seen it.
that now.
It's really cool. It's a big moment.
This basically they
Wow.
completely
You
redid
can
the surface
actually
scanner.
see the curvature in
So
its
now it's a
orbit
probe launcher
up
instead of
close.
just a passive going up and letting it do
Oh,
its thing.
nice.
As like a sizable fraction of the radius of the planet itself.
It's like a big, fluffy marshmallow thing.
No, it's more like a big ice pop. Popsicle. as you call it,
Big-
can't they?
Icy popsicle.
But it's like green and yellow flavour, which makes it look a bit vomity. But with strawberry swirls.
It's just lemon lime then.
So yeah, there is still a bit of
No, it's
travelling
not
involved.
lemon lime, it's
but,
got
The thing
like-
with FSS is it doesn't give
it's more
you
like the colour of mould.
the most amount of money.
Mold popsicle.
You do get some, just for scanning in
The
and looking
colour-
at it. But if you want the
tone
full
is
amount, you have to do what I'm doing here, where you fly
168.
towards the planet and
The only problem with planets this big is I've never seen them
map
with
it.
mountains.
I've just realised my
Like,
fuel is
I know
extremely
the
low.
mountains would be tiny in comparison, but I've done like thorough searches for mountains. And it seems it's
I'm
just
gonna
not really
have to
techno
hope that
generation to make
we
them
got
with
fuel
mountains.
star coming up. Yeah, let's like
Do you
Not a thing.
The
think
game
that
sorted
the
that out.
terrain kind of gets stretched out? Like there's only so much variation that they've added in that it's possible for it to have, in a sense?
Could be that they've programmed.
I probably could have picked a closer planet for this, to be honest.
Terrain to be
But,
inside
yeah.
the diameter. But
I guess it goes to
don't
show you
think
still
so.
gotta make
It's
the
so
long
easy to
journeys
not
if you
do
want
that. I don't know why
to
they'd limit
get the full
themselves that
money.
way.
I usually only
Maybe it's just I haven't
scan
seen enough
ammonia
big
worlds
access
and
somewhere.
up, so
For
that's
example, the
ammonia
Archina,
worlds,
was
water
it
worlds, and
4 or
earth lakes.
6?
You can still get a ton of money
6
out
and
of
a half G planet in Archina.
terraformable high metal
Uh-huh.
contents.
It's a nice rocky planet. It's not.
Um,
I've got the excuse.
That's
of being an icy
probably
planet,
where
but
I
it's
draw
not.
the line.
And it's just got no. It's got hills.
If you're looking to make some
Like,
good money, because I
sort of-
mean, if you go to every
I don't know.
rocky body,
British
you're going to be there
mountains,
for a long
as
time.
You might want to call them. Like,
I've mostly
Even Mount
gotten the
Everest, there's
probing
nothing in
down.
comparison
That
to
sounds
Rockies
wrong.
or
I've mostly gotten the surface scanner down.
the Alps.
So where I
Right.
can do it, nice and quick and be out in a few seconds.
Then again, it's a big planet. I don't know if I've seen everything
As I
square
will be just about to show.
kilometer of it.
Oh, a loop of shame. Here we go again.
So did you, Dr. Kai, fly this entire route scouting out these points of interest for everyone?
No, that was Aaron.
So, you can get as close as
Oh,
you
okay.
like to the planet,
Big
but there
thanks.
is like a
He's
recommended
Joe, yeah.
distance,
No, big thanks. He's
which
he's
is
really good at naming things. I've noticed. He's, like,
around
really good.
double the size of that
He's one of the
yellow
few-
sort of circle in the
he's like
middle.
a world champion. If there was like
So yeah, about there if I wasn't going so fast.
Olympics of people that coming up with names for things, he would be like, a record holder.
Yeah, so around
And
there
then it
is fine.
seems like FDev
So this is
even
the,
taking some of those suggestions
this is the
into
probe.
game and adding
Probe
them
launcher,
into
so
the
I
galaxy
can,
map
aim
as
it.
official names.
And the thing is, it will curve around the gravity of the planet. So
There's a couple. I mean,
Or
Yeah, if I
as
just shoot one
references, huh?
straight forward right there, it's
well,
just going to go in a
let's see,
straight line.
they've
But if
done
I want to sort of
Eagle
map
Point,
this sort of
they've
edge here,
also done Rendezvous Point, which was
they
also
leave a handy
nice.
little marker to do that. So if you line up with that marker
And then they've taken a couple
and
of
watch it, it'll
regions
all start to sort of curve towards the planet. You can
in
see it
the
curving
regions
there.
on the galaxy map.
And that will sort of
a few of them come from the
map
galactic
this
content
whole
that
half
USOs
of the planet.
spearheaded. So yeah,
And then you sort of
Yeah,
do that
but
for every
also,
side.
like the galactic mapping project.
Assuming
the entire galaxy into regions.
the planet
They
even
didn't
needs
go with
6
multiple
probes. I mean,
zones, so they are
the
still
most
doing
common
it.
is 6 probes. So you got up, down, left, right, forward, and back.
But the codex divisions that we
But
have.
it's not uncommon to see like
The codex
8 or
divisions got
9.
nothing to do with
Um,
players, as far as I know. You mean no? As in the regions.
Oh,
for the
my
codex,
fuel
yeah, yeah.
reserves. Okay,
That's what regions.
that's not
Right.
good. But yeah, in order to get the back, you can actually curve all the way around, and that will you can change the view to show the back of the planet.
I don't remember.
I
the stars
believe
being
so.
described, but
Yeah, I mean, I've not
just-
ever found
I've
like
always
alien
just
structures or
beautiful 'cause they've got
things like that.
variations, not really
So I wouldn't know specifically.
and then the procedural stuff
But
is lacking
if there
behind.
are
It's like-
geological points of interest, like geysers and stuff, that will show up once you've mapped. I doubt this planet has any to show off.
Just remembering that.
But basically, in this panel here, you'll see like
The other cool thing that
geological site
just noticed
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As many as there are.
landable planets.
Um,
You have a rocky
in fact,
planet
I'm gonna
like
jump
that.
back to a
Yeah, they look
uh,
really good.
jump into a scuba
No,
system
and
before I move on,
That was in 3.8, right?
because I was pretty much running on bingo fuel,
Was it? I don't know.
and I don't want to be calling the fuerettes, to be honest. So
Yeah, I think they've been around.
I'm gonna make this quick jump, and then I will. If there's anything in the system, I could show you what I mean there.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, at the moment I'm currently heading to one of the points of interest that was actually that was found by the players. It's not something that I scan. That has a station because
What
currently I
want
messed up my SRV.
to add for us
Um,
explorers is
It
just
was
an
like a minute before you came in, I
somewhere on
completely
the
wrecked my SRV
system
by going
scanning
3 kilometers
screen
up.
that lets me know there's
And,
a
I'm crashing
different
down.
codex entry somewhere in the system for me. I know they're not big on giving hints, but if I just would know to slow down and search everything, I would like that.
Right. Yeah, they've kind of given that on the FSS, but you're saying you want it to happen even before the FSS, just so.
So
Yeah, I know
yeah, it looks
because
like it's
it
just
kind of
it's a
interrupts
pretty
the
empty
flow of
system.
jumping to open the FSS, so it's very common to just skip the whole thing.
Well, if there's like a type of fumarole that I haven't confirmed before, I have to actually look at the planet for geological features, and then I actually
Yeah,
have
I
to
got a
go
long way
there.
to go. Oh yeah, I did an oopsie.
Yeah, that's true. The surface ones, they don't show on the FSS until you actually look at the planet. So I see what you mean.
Yeah, this is the journey we've made so far through the expedition. And I think at this point it's not too late to get involved.
I guess if they've got
If
something
you
really
have a
big
ship
hidden,
that's
and they're
over
really hoping
33
Discworld
light
will find it.
years, that's like the
We,
bare
13,000
minimum.
people go
I've got
topside and back and
40
still
light
don't
years.
find
I
it. They
think
might start
just a little
making
lower when fully laden.
They're probably using us as
Um,
calibration.
So yeah, that's as long as you got that, I think you can
It
join
is a
in.
really big
Obviously, there'll be
galaxy.
some catching up to do, but yeah, I don't think they're opposed to anyone joining. I think you sign up as a latecomer though. I'm not too sure on the system. I mean, I've got
Big isn't
the
inappropriate
organizer
word.
in the voice chat right now. That the head dude. So I mean, if you have any questions
That's what
about
I
it that
mean
I
by
can't
scales of
answer,
comprehension. It's like big
I can always ask
is
him
just
for
one
you.
word. Like there should be 20 different words for
Though I
big.
imagine he
Each one
gets a lot of
like
questions. So.
big compared to the previous one.
I mean, it's at least twice the size of Texas.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fuel scooping complete. So we are going to head on back. There is also mention that these are rumors.
Texas is the America of
But
America.
apparently FDev
It
have
is.
put a few surprises in there for people to discover. So I'm kind of glad I'm on a smaller range ship because it means I do twice as many jumps as most people. So I visit twice as many systems. So I got a higher chance of finding it. But the rules of the internet. There's always someone that does it before you. So. Yeah, they've depending on when you
Did
last
know
played,
that
they
the
made a lot of
phrase,
updates
"Don't
to the
mess
route
with
planner.
Texas," originated
They
in an
actively,
anti-littering
it's
campaign.
actively tries to make your journey quicker by using the neutron stars. So it will
As in
compare
Texas was campaigning
whether you have to do
protect
less
Texas,
jumps
they
if
came up
you
with that
try and go
very
to a kind of out of the way neutron star.
Right, like don't
So
leave your mess
I've been
around
finding
in
out,
Texas, but
coming across
just don't mess with Texas.
plenty of them
What they came
recently.
up with.
Even discovered a few of my own. So.
I've never been to Texas, but one day. Right, I think it's time for me to land on this huge rock. I don't want to go to bed yet. I probably shouldn't. I probably should carry on playing.
What's the time in your time zone?
We're the same as UTC, so midnight.
Yeah, it's a perfect time for gaming. I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
7 p.m. here in Connecticut.
Yeah, I know. I told you I'm a big America file. I know everything about everything.
Oh well, pardon me.
My current goal is to try and learn the state capitals. I know like 10 of them.
As an American, I can tell you they're not important.
I know they're not, but it's just like a cool thing to do. It's like learning the capitals of the world. Whoa! I forgot this is 2.5G. It's alright, I didn't blow up. I got 4 SRVs, just in case.
I got just the one.
We've got a tradition of locating state capitals in some of the most rural towns and cities around the country so that they're influenced by small town voters as opposed to, those dangerous cosmopolitan values.
I love that. I love that. I really love that. It's so much wisdom in the Constitution. And blah blah blah.
Spoken like a true expert.
Spoken like a true midnight gamer.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling the fatigue, but I want to at least get to a station before I log off.
Distant Worlds is all about fatigue.
Oh yeah, it's an endurance run.
You know, the up-close textures of this planet are actually pretty good. I wish all the other planets were this good. And I wish this was better. Because I'm a complainer.
I'm surprised you can see textures with your affinity for overly dark planets.
It's not an overly dark planet.
Oh.
Could be why. This is a quite bright planet. I've got my K-star, which apparently is freezing this planet, is a massive ball in the sky. Right, is it really a nice planet? It's a ice world composed mainly of water ice. Surface temperature of 685 Kelvin, and yet it's ice. I don't understand.
What? No, that's wrong. What?
That's wrong. They've made a mistake.
Wait, what's the temperature?
600 and something Kelvin.
Oof. Yeah, I think something's amiss there, boys.
Isn't it 373? Is the melting point?
It's 273 plus.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's,
100. Yeah.
373 is the boiling point, then, right?
Yeah, and the melting point.
I never
Wait,
understood
no.
the use of Kelvin.
What am I talking about? Sorry, it's the boiling point and the condensing point. And it's the freezing point and the melting point is 273. And you never understood what?
I never understood why we use Kelvin. I mean, I know the reason why is because Celsius is apparently a bunch of bollocks, but because it changes with like pressure and shit on Earth in real life. But
Kelvin has the virtue of having the same width of degrees as Celsius does, but its 0 point is absolute zero.
Yeah. That's why
so
we use
it's
it.
just right. Okay. So it's just changing the 0 point. That's the only advantage.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
Right. Because I remember our physics teacher giving us this whole spiel on how Celsius is bad because like the exact value of 1 Celsius can kind of change with how it's defined based on like air pressure and height and things like that. But like you were saying, Kelvin doesn't have these problems.
What he was probably saying is that Celsius's problem is that it's designed so that its 0 point is at where the temperature that water freezes, and it's scaled so that it's 100 degrees when water evaporates and boils, whatever. So that can vary because, like, if the pressure changes, then the freezing point and the boiling point of water change as well. So that's probably what he meant.
Yeah.
Right, but nonetheless, I think those points have been defined aside from just local conditions so that it doesn't technically have that problem. It's not like if you manage to change the boiling point of water because the pressure changes, that the Celsius scale actually moves any longer.
Yeah, I think now with more understanding, it's definitely less of an issue. I mean, it's just crazy to think that for example, the kilogram, that is like defined by an actual object in the real world, I think.
Not anymore.
Is it not anymore?
Not anymore. Right. Just the last couple of months, they made a change to align it with
Yep.
universal constants.
Oh, alright, I did not hear about that. I thought they were still using the old thing in the vault.
No.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I saw that. It was on Wikipedia. It wasn't like they've made the front page.
Yep, there's a recent change.
I have not heard about this.
Unfortunately, the front page of Wikipedia does not have good news at the moment.
What's it saying right now?
We're now living in a world again where Russia is trying to make like nuclear weapons as you know as destructively as possible. So that's not
Ouch.
good. Yeah.
Fucking Russia, man.
I
Probably shouldn't say anything.
understand.
Their bots are listening on me or something.
We're living in a post-scarcity world for countries that want to try and get there. So why do we need to fight anymore? I don't get it. Like
Well,
Russia can have Russia, America can have America, China can have China,
I think,
and we
according
don't
to
need
the
any
data,
more.
like war is on the, is becoming less and less. Even like including like civil wars
Yeah.
and stuff.
Which
So-
makes you wonder why Russia needs more nuclear weapons that go further and more blow-uppy.
I think it's just a dick measuring
Technical term.
contest.
Maybe.
Because I mean, isn't it something like you only need like 10 nukes to like end the world or some shit? But you got all these countries that have like hundreds.
I thought it seemed very suspicious. The Donald Trump announced he's leaving the treaty, and then Putin announced he's leaving the treaty right after that. After all of their recent conversations have been off the record, and where they're taking the notes away from the translators and keeping their other aides away from it, it felt very much to me like a planned, coordinated move between the two of those assholes.
Well,
Oh,
the analyzers, what's it called? The people analyzing it all. I don't think they're saying that. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I think what they're saying is that Trump did a dumb thing, which was basically Russia's been violating that treaty for ages, and Trump, being Trump, was like, well, if they're violating it, then instead of like trying to make them stop violating it, he's like, well, then we also not bound by it, and therefore Russia then he basically gave Russia an easy way out of the treaty by ending it himself. He's like, okay, well, if they're ending it, we can end it too. I think that's what the experts are saying. But like even the anti-Trump experts are saying that. I don't think they're saying that he's in cahoots with Russia or anything. But
I think that they both have their own reasons domestically to want to show off their military prowess. I think it helps them both electorally. And they're like, oh yeah, this treaty doesn't help either of us with our domestic political situation, so let's just ditch it.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's just that. That is the most optimistic interpretation of events. And
Yeah, I don't think we're going to go to nuclear war with Russia. That's not good for anybody. But we are certainly concerned with the continued existence and proliferation of nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
We should just sit
We're living in
everyone
a scary
down and
world.
let them play Metal Gear, and then we'll never have a nuclear war ever.
I love that XKCD. The caption is the moment that AI was given control of the world's nuclear arsenal. And then it's just a caption coming out of Earth saying, oh my god, why have you guys got these? I'm firing them all into the sun. It's just like firing all these nuclear weapons into the sun. Maybe
He
that'll
does
happen
great
one day. Yeah, most of the time. I'm in space. I am in space. I am in space.
All right, I confirm the existence of sulfur dioxide gas vents in this sector.
Well done. Oh, wait. You mean you got your name as the first?
I don't know, confirmed, not discovered.
Okay.
Confirmed is only on a personal mark.
Right.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll get my name on something like that eventually. I just want my name on anything, to be honest. That isn't just, you know, a planet, because everyone has their name on one of those.
Hundreds even.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got my name on some really cool planets. I don't know if you've seen. I hate to show off, but I just have to. That's the reason why we tag these things and try and get our names on things. So
Oh
we can tell
yeah.
people about it.
I think everyone's sort of here to show off to a low-key degree, at least.
Yeah. So you know Felicity Farsia?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
Next time you go there, just check who has their name on that planet.
I'm
No
guessing I
kidding.
don't need to.
It is me. And also
Well
Mark
done.
and Quent. I know, as soon as that thing came out, I just logged in and got them. I don't know why I was the only one to succeed.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you. I also have the whole of Vega and quite a few other cool things.
Oh, I also looked it up, by the way. The kilogram going against a universal standard will officially go into effect May 20th of this year coming up.
Oh, I see. Was Smoot involved by any chance? Can you just see if the word Smoot is on that page?
Smoot.
SMOOT.
What does that mean?
What?
It's the name of one of the international standards guys who's famous. Is Smoot's Bridge in Boston.
I'm not familiar with them.
Not mentioned in this Vox article.
Does it say how they're defining the kilogram?
Oh, they're defining it in.
They're defining it off the Planck constant somehow.
All right.
Yeah, it's more complicated.
Pretty
than that.
abstract.
Whatever.
I thought they would
They're
have been
defining it
like,
somehow.
yeah, probably just like use carbon or some shit. They always use carbon for, just, you know.
Avogadro's constant.
Oh god, you're
Okay, so
giving me
taking-
PTSD for my A levels, man.
Taking the meter and second as previously defined, the Planck constant is now forever set at 6.626070015 times 10 to the negative 34 meters squared kilograms over seconds. And then, you know, you just calculate the others, and then you got a kilogram. Bing, bang, boom.
Do some dimension analysis.
Exactly right.
This takes 10 probes, this planet.
It still blows my mind that, you know, we've got fucking Hubble's constant, right? If you like 1 over Hubble's constant is like the age of the universe.
Is it?
We just know that.
But it's defined in that way, isn't it? It's calibrated to be that way. I don't think that's a way of calculating the age of the universe.
Pretty sure it is. I don't think it's like an exact guess because the way Hubble's constant works is it assumed that like the expansion of the universe was linear, but it's actually accelerating. But you know, a few billion years in the context of like the age of the universe is, you know, nothing.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good guess. But it's just
Yeah,
it's
it
just
was very
insane.
nice.
I think that's the only thing I remember from my physics A level. It's the only part I was interested in. Was all the space shit.
Oh, I love physics.
See, on like from afar, I think it's great. Like I love finding all these like random facts and knowing that in theory everything can be calculated. When you throw a ball, you can completely like map that using physics. I think that's great, but having to remember and cram it all for an exam, that wasn't fun for me.
Okay, well, I'm still here, so I might as well do a few more jumps.
Do you want to talk about how energy
Makes sense to
can
me.
become mass? That's pretty
What? Say that
crazy.
again?
Energy can just become mass, and mass can become energy.
Energy is mass. It doesn't become it. It is.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like
Vice versa.
you just have like, I don't know, some form of energy, and on a nuclear level, you kind of have, the energy will just like become a proton or something,
Yeah.
and it's
If you
crazy.
have enough energy, you'll get protons and all kinds of other things popping into and out of existence in a
Which
massive froth,
is
and they
crazy.
can become they're virtual until they get donated the energy to continue existing from some other source.
I did not know that extra tidbit, but that's equally as interesting.
Well, that's that's what force particles are. Um, Basically, around an electron, let's say, with electromagnetic force, an electromagnetic field, around it, because of the energy available from that field, there's a massive froth of photons coming into and out of existence. And when another electron or electrically charged particle comes close enough, the energy between the two fields can actually give one of these photons enough energy to leave the cloud and actually become an actual particle and exchange energy between the two interacting particles, or go off on its own and create, just light. That's how everything happens.
It's crazy.
It's just, it is. And if it wasn't 1:15 in the morning, I'd be able to explain it better.
I thought it was a valiant effort.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
commendable.
I probably don't remember my college physics that well.
Oh, I don't, and it was only like a year ago for me.
Well, I'm nerdy enough to keep reading physics books well past college.
You want to talk about how fucking atoms can behave like waves, with like a diffraction pattern and shit
No,
like that? No, all right,
no.
because
It's not good
that's
to
pretty
talk about.
insane as
This
well.
doesn't make any sense.
It's like, I remember seeing like something on how they got like carbon to make like a wave pattern, which is crazy.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen. This is the latest cool thing. I saw someone, a physicist from Oxford, has done some modeling, talking about a potential candidate for dark matter,
Oh,
and
I'm
it's actually
always interested
really,
in that.
really cool. His models came out perfect, so there's that. It matches the universe we see. Obviously, there's a lot more work to be done than just modeling, but basically, the way he modeled it was, he's got like particles that interact with gravity differently. So how does it go? They are. How does it go? I have to look it up. Just give me a second. It's really,
No
really
worries, man.
interesting.
I'm interested as
I mean,
well.
this is what the second monitor is for, right?
Well, it doesn't work in VR. I now have to
You need a
come back
second
into
VR headset.
Andres Petrov, space engine. There we go. He's the one that told me about it. The video is called "Did this scientist just solve the mystery of dark matter?" You have to watch it. It's
Pretty
30 minutes.
clickbaity, but I assume it's still interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I can get the diagram that explains how it works. Yeah, there we go.
Well, the ordinary rule for any article title that has a question mark is to say no is the answer.
Yeah,
But maybe there's some elaboration on that possible.
maybe. So the dark matter has negative mass. Now, what does that imply? So think about it as if there's positive and negative mass, just like there's positive and negative charge. So if it's got negative mass, it means that it will. It. Hold on, let me just.
Isn't there some shit like, it repels stuff away instead of draws it in? So that's why like the universe is expanded, and why
One second.
dark matter is responsible for it.
Right, okay, so this is why it's really hard for me to remember, because it doesn't make any sense. But it does. Alright, so we normally think that if there's a force between two things, that like a pulling force, then they will come towards each other, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking about mass itself, and motion and momentum is linked intimately to mass. So therefore, if there's a force pulling on negative mass, it will actually accelerate away from the thing that's pulling it, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's so weird. So basically, if there's two positive masses, i.e. normal matter, then the force will be towards each other. They'll both be, attracting each other, and therefore they'll both accelerate towards each other. Now, this dark energy idea that he's had is so that the force they will repel each other if a positive and a negative come into contact. They will repel each other in terms of force, which means the normal matter will accelerate away from the dark matter, but the dark matter will accelerate towards the normal matter. And then if you've got two dark matter particles, their forces will attract again, but they'll accelerate both away from each other perfectly. So that when he created a model like that, where there's all this stuff that behaves with these rules, then he created the universe in his models. Like, it just came out all perfectly, and also galactic halos and everything. It just all added up. So I think it's such a cool idea, and it might be like a really novel solution,
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but he basically did just whack a minus sign into the equation.
Yeah.
But
well, he modeled
it's-
it using
yeah.
his PhD knowledge, but I guess there's loads more tests that need to be done,
Yeah.
especially testing particle accelerators before anyone's really too excited about it.
Oh yeah, I mean this is way beyond my knowledge, but it's the stuff on it is interesting.
Wired.co.uk says no scientist did not just solve the massive dark matter mystery.
Well, he
All is
didn't
not as
solve it.
seems. Contrary to what you might have read on nearly every... I don't know the context here. I'm just reading this article right here. Oxford scientists have not just solved the dark matter mystery, says wired.co.uk. Oxford astrophysicist Jamie Farnes published an academic paper in the journal Astronomy and Astrophysics, plus an article detailing his idea that a dark fluid negative mass might explain what makes up our universe. His theory caused a Twitter storm in the astrophysics community, but the problem is not so much the science in Farnes' paper, although it's being questioned by some astrophysicists. Rather, the fundamental issue is how we, the media, and the scientists communicate science to the public.
What are they going on about?
Misleading in terms of the explanation or the...
They're just getting hung up on the clickbaitiness of it, but
Yeah.
they're not saying anything about the actual science. It's no interest to me.
Did you say you had
article.
a diagram about what you were just explaining? Yeah.
Well, the paper has a diagram. I can send it to you if you want.
I would appreciate that.
Let's see. Let's get that paper back.
I'm always down for more science knowledge.
Always down for more diagrams.
Oh yeah, I love me some diagrams. Just so long as I don't have to remember them and then spew them out in an exam paper.
You will have a nightmare about it soon. And you'll be naked in the dream. Everyone will be looking at you.
I love a friend of mine was a super smart guy. He's also at Oxford doing physics. So he'll probably know more about this shit than I will. But crazy smart guy.
See, Farns apparently responded on Twitter. While I understand it is tempting to attack new ideas, this makes academia a hostile atmosphere with no diversity of thought, he tweeted. This is part of the problem with the scientific working environment and conditions we all face as a whole. Good science requires impersonal evidence alone. Farns has a point, Wired continues, but what good science also needs is good communication that's neither hype nor misleading. I'm really not sure what to make of all of this. It sounds like it could be exciting or interesting, but maybe some of the headlines weren't
It's
great.
creating a discussion about science reporting. The science
you.
itself is just a theory at the moment. It hasn't been proven or disproven, and that's all that needs to be said. I think it's just a question of clickbaitiness of it. All we need to do is just wait and just see if it gets proven or not. I just
Yeah.
like the idea.
And
I think
just
it's a nice idea.
wait for antimatter drives next year.
Hmm. We've got quite a few cold dark matter. What's it called? Theories, candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not neutrinos anymore. That's been ruled out over a decade now. But there's quite a few other
Wait,
ideas. Most
what's
of them are
going on with
supposedly.
neutrinos?
Once upon a time, neutrinos were considered a potential candidate for dark matter, but they're a bit too hot, and they also don't account for enough mass to account for it, so they've been ruled out. But I think most of the other candidates are at least 100 times the mass of a proton.
Right.
So we're not going to be able to detect them for a very long time if we ever have a particle accelerator big enough. So, but the cool thing about this one is they don't have to be that big. That's why I like it. So it will be proven or disproven eventually. That's why it's exciting.
Neutrinos are fucking funny to me, man. They're like the laziest particle in existence.
Why are they lazy?
Because they don't do shit, do they? They don't react with anything. They just pass through. Like there's probably plenty passing through you right now. They just pass all the way through the Earth, come out the
Yeah.
other end. They just don't do
I
anything.
know what you mean. Yeah, there's 100 billion neutrinos passing through every square centimeter.
Yeah, they're just
Influence
doing
on
nothing.
every
Don't
second.
react. They just pass through. They're just chilling.
Mm.
I respect that. Shout out to my homeboys, neutrinos.
What are your favorite neutrinos? The tau neutrinos?
I
Or
do like the tau neutrinos because they have
electron
the easiest symbol to write. I find.
Okay. Just a T.
Yeah,
and a
basically.
squiggle.
It's a slightly fancy T.
Does that mean you prefer tau to pi?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Well, tau is just like a half pi, basically, in terms of, how it looks visually.
Do you know
How
what
is
this game
twice
is?
pi?
Yeah, they should give us the ability to look at the discoveries of other regions. Or is there a way of doing that?
What do you mean?
Well, when you're in a region, you can only look at discoveries of that region, like the inner Scutum Centaurus arm, which we're in now.
Oh, okay.
I don't see
Yeah, I think
any
that's
way-
correct.
Oh, it sucks. This place has everything the same as the other one. I thought each region would have its own stuff. I'm not seeing anything different here yet, admittedly. This is all common stuff.
Well, I've
Lagrange cloud.
I've not found a single one of those clouds yet.
Oh, I found one. Someone else had already reported it, but
I did the Lagrange cloud tour in the neighborhood of Omega Mining. Got to see a bunch of them. It was fun.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing until I was most of the way to Waypoint 3.
was that the thing organized by Alistair Hope?
I think so. I think that sounds right. It was posted on the Discord. It was just a list of places to visit. I just followed, went on my own.
If you could tell me one thing that you would like to see more or less of, or improve or change in any way from the organizers. I promise I will not be offended. I would really, really like any kind of feedback. So just pick one thing. Just hit me with it. Or
I
you can
like
just say
the
everything's
mass
perfect.
jump at the start, and I'm sad that we're not doing it off of any of the other waypoints.
The mass jump. Oh, we'll do more mass jumps, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I
Alright.
would agree with that, but if I only had to say one thing, oh, sorry, that sounded really bad. I should have thought that one
I've
through.
got so many things.
No, there was well, I guess it's not really a complaint because it's all in all a good thing. Is when I went to the Waypoint at Omega, the funnest time I've had so far on the journey is the little things that I hosted here and there, like the SRV derby. I met so many new people there that I wing with every day now. So just more of that stuff, man. As much as you can keep coming, really.
Okay. SRV Derby. I didn't even know there was one. See, people aren't keeping me in the loop.
Well, not specifically like a derby, but fun, goofy activities to do around.
Yeah. I would like to. I would like it if people just did them like themselves. That stuff's like spontaneous. I'm happy. I'm happy to come and organize it from on high, and I always do. But that'll only be limited to my instance. I can't possibly like have it happen. I'm trying to think of better ways to make these things happen in a way that I can influence, because then I guess it will just happen more.
I was thinking of doing something myself. I mean, I'm just a lonely little DBX guy, but I was thinking of what would be fun is at the new base near Sagittarius is just getting a bunch of people in Sidewinders and then basically having a Sidewinder derby.
Yeah, someone else had that idea.
Yeah, well,
Someone else did have that idea, but nothing didn't become of anything. You should just do it. Do you want me to give you like the power to do that? Like give you announcement privileges, or you know what? If you do anything like that, send me a message saying I'm planning this. Can you announce it? And I will. Okay.
All right.
That's what I want people to start doing more of.
Me and
have to.
It was me and my wingman Osmodian. He pitched the idea, but I was like, all right, let's make this happen. Pardon?
I've heard his name.
Yeah, apparently he was. I think he was telling me he was like one of the founders of the Furets. I think he told me once.
That's where I know his name from.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, but he's away on a trip right now. Otherwise, I would be flying with him right now. I've not been keeping an eye on my fuel.
He's in France.
Yeah, he's skiing.
How dare he?
Yeah, it's selfish, and he should be flying with us.
He should be helping the fuel rats.
I don't think he's a fuel rat for this one, is he?
I don't know. I'm just talking smack. I'm smack talk. Oh,
Don't worry, I won't.
The worst thing ever. I really would love to know. I'm sure there's a good reason for it, like some kind of coding network, netcode related reason. But when you open the system app, there's no way to cancel it. And that has been like that for 5 years now. 4.
Oh yeah.
Why? Why can't we just say, oh, I changed my mind, I don't want to look at the system app? Why does it just take all control away? You crash into a planet, burn and die, just because they
Has that been a
fixed
problem?
that.
I've never had that issue.
They think it's funny.
Oh yeah, they just want to see you die. That's it.
I just can't fathom why it has to be that way and why it hasn't been fixed. But you know what? I'm sure there's a good reason. It could be that once that server request starts, anything they've done to try and create a cancel line code, it crashes the game and they just can't figure it out, so they just gave up on it.
Probably the same reason you can't access the pause menu whilst in the tunnel, which also annoys me, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Because sometimes you get stuck in there and you just want to like exit out without going to task manager and. Ugh.
I know. Have you noticed in the codex under stats that level 2 and 3 scans are the same? Someone just asked that question. Is that a good question?
I've not taken a look in the codex, to be honest. I'm pretty out of the loop with this entire game.
It's a very big game. You can
I
only
really like the codex. It's my favorite thing from the recent update, and I wish they would do even more with it.
Me too, and that is why I didn't cancel Distant Worlds 3, or delay Distant Worlds 3 when they announced that carriers and planetary changes are not coming.
Oh god.
Almost delayed it because they cancelled the 2 main features, but then they brought in a new feature that made it all 10 times more worthwhile than we'd even imagine. So
What feature was that?
there you go. The codex
Codex.
and the new scanning tools. Wow, I'm in a proper Starfield now. First time I've been in one in the 5 Pro. Oh, it's lovely. Okay, let's have a quick scan. Oh my goodness, there's loads of stuff here. Yay! Alright, let's get rid of the asteroid clusters first. Oh, there's no asteroid clusters. That is cool.
How does the FSS work in VR?
Same as in 2D.
So,
It's,
alright, you just...
it's quite far in front of me in terms of depth, so it's just like a big screen in front of me.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't turn when my head turns or anything. It's
Yeah, because I was curious about that. Like, if it's controlled with a controller, I know that tends to give people a lot of motion sickness when it's, you know.
Oh, I can't speak for motion sickness because I just don't have it.
Yeah, you got the immunity to it. Yeah, I remember you saying.
Oh, lucky. I'm worried about.
It's not lucky. It takes practice.
Yeah, it takes
I'm worried
practice
about
to keep your
buying
guts.
a headset just because of that.
No, unless you are someone who's got like for example, my mum. She's one of these people that even bright light, like flashing lights, will make her feel sick, and very prone to motion type sicknesses in general. Most, like everyone, can get used to VR. Initially, you will feel sick. There's no doubt about it. And as long as what you do is you stop the moment you start feeling sick, so you don't get any Pavlovian conditioning, then after even just like a week or two of using it, you will get rid of 90% of the sickness, and then after a few months, it'll all be gone for good, you know.
Well, I haven't used VR at all, but I have been slightly motion sick on long drives my whole life.
So have I. I've been known, if I read or look at my phone while in a car, if the conditions are right and the right amount of tired, and you know, I can get very sick. I think everyone can. So I don't know.
And my wife
true. You
is
shouldn't.
very sensitive. She can get car sick on a short ride, even when she's driving, which normally is a total cure for me if I get behind the wheel. Then I don't get motion sick.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
Is it more of a mental thing then? Which I guess supports your point.
I don't know.
Well, obviously it's mental. The question is just, do you experience it or not?
It might not be mental. It might be. Well, it depends what you mean by mental. It's to do with the nervous system, I guess. I think it's
Mental and gastric and vestibular.
Yes.
So what, can you just think, I don't want to do this anymore, and just keep training yourself thinking that it just won't happen anymore?
I don't think you
I
can
don't
hypnotize yourself out of
believe
it.
that it's possible to will yourself out of motion sickness. I think that people who have motion sickness can simply endure it. That's what I believe from having had it for a long time.
I've never had any sort of sickness related to motion seasick, car sick, VR sick. I guess I'm just lucky.
Just alcohol.
Sometimes not even then.
I've become cursed recently. I can't drink without feeling nauseous half an hour after I drink, no matter what, and no matter what the conditions are.
What kind of
I
stuff
don't
are you
know what it is.
drinking?
Anything, no matter what I drink, like
Apple juice?
I get drunk or tipsy or whatever it is, and it feels great for like.
You shouldn't have made all
half an
those
hour.
wishes off of that monkey's paw. You should have just left it in the creepy shop that disappeared the next day, you know, just leave it there.
Oh, man. The decisions we make, you never know how they're going to come and bite you. It's just weird. I don't know. It's put me off alcohol. It's like, it's not just the nauseous. It's like I go into hangover phase too quick. That's what it is. It's like my body's become an expert at breaking down the alcohol.
It's just cutting out the
that is
middleman
very
now.
sad.
It's going straight to the
Yeah,
hangover.
it's an expensive development in my life.
I definitely can't drink as well as I did in my 20s, but I don't have that. That sounds really sad.
Yeah, I know. I feel sorry for me.
How are you going to get through
It's
Distant
okay.
Worlds 2 without a huge consumption of alcohol? It's the only reason I'm getting through it.
I was thinking of heroin, but no, that's a bit too.
Oh yeah, that might be a bit too extreme.
Ritalin. See, I guess in Ritalin. I've got my German father-in-law around at the moment. I'm gonna have some beers with him, I'm sure. Germans like beers, right?
They do.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm flying over a planet right now. I keep doing that.
What, the loop of shame?
No, I'm just gliding over the surface of the planet. This one's really cool. It's like all burnt and charred. It's got ashy areas. And it's in a triple with a gas giant and another planet which I can't see from here.
Oof.
That sounds really
Wait.
cool.
Before I land on it, I should probably do a surface scan. I keep forgetting to do that. And now I'm too close.
Yeah, I'm just headed to the POI that's got the station in it, just so I can get my SRV back after my little tumble. I say tumble, that was 3k up.
I hear that. Is that the Saquinia one, or it's called, that doesn't have contact?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch out. Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't needed the contacts so far, so
You don't have any fines, I assume.
yeah, I'm a good boy.
A model pilot.
Yeah. Although I did get many a fines at oh god, I don't remember, at the system. Yeah. Going near the fucking outpost and getting like a trespassing fine. Yeah, got many of those. So I can't speak from a
I knew it was Pliny because I got those fines too.
yeah. I mean, did you even take part in Distant Worlds 2 if you didn't get a fine there?
It's the toll for the trip.
Yeah. Okay, why is the spaceport always on the dark side of the planet?
Or the entry fee, I guess.
It's the
I call it the
initiation.
dark side curse.
Yeah.
I've got the dark side curse. Anytime I ever want to go somewhere specific on a planet, I always arrive when it's on the night side. Whether it's an engineer base or, you know, a feature that I'm here to see, like a mountain range, or.
I think
I'm
you
not
spread
allowed
that
see
to
the
me,
sun.
mate. Get nothing but
You
dark
decided to
sides.
come in Distant Worlds. Oh, I've never seen this before. Loads of little mini mountains, just like little isolated. This is a surface feature I have never seen before. How can there still be stuff in this game that I haven't seen before? I thought I played for 73,000 hours or whatever it's up to now. Bloody hell,
that
this
is stupid, man. That's a stupid amount of hours.
Okay, I made that up. It's more like 2,000, but still.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I mean, someone in your position, I'm not too uninclined to believe that sort of time, to be honest. Although if you do the math, it probably would work out to be more years than this game existed
Impossible.
for. Yeah.
Yes.
But you could have spent most of it bounty hunting.
And making fuck all money from that.
Okay, this is definitely the planet I'm logging out on because I have to spend more time here.
Do you
Oh, and there's service signals on it. Why didn't I go to one of them?
do you guys have problems docking at a place and then finding out that when you get to your designated landing pad, there's someone already on it?
Yeah, you have to switch modes.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, but I didn't know if it was just me. It happens pretty much every single
sometimes have
time.
trouble getting docking approval, but there's never been
In fact,
that
it's
I've been
happening to me right
assigned.
now. The sidewinder
I
on my...
just collided with the surface and lost 2 rings of my shield because I wasn't paying attention.
Oof.
Yeah, it only takes 1.
Yeah.
But the
Well, I always
hull's
say
okay.
you can land anywhere, but only
Yeah.
once. Fucking... I hate this game. Why do I play it?
I hate the Aztecs, but why do I keep watching documentaries about them?
They are an interesting people.
Yeah.
What do you mean you hate them?
They were evil bastards. I mean, they weren't actually
Oh,
evil
well, yeah.
because they believed that they were doing it for good reasons, but still, like,
Yeah,
they
but
must have known that all that bloodshed can't, all that suffering making people scream in agony.
yeah, does
as
doing
their
a bad
organs
thing
were
for a
ripped out of their
potentially
body.
good cause make it a good thing?
Not in an absolute sense, but it's
I mean,
interesting
I would
philosophically.
criticize them, but my country elected Donald Trump, so I don't know if I can.
I wouldn't compare Donald Trump to the Aztecs, but it's like it's hard to say because they believed, like, it's the same reason why I would send, like, if I had a son of the right age and there was, like, say, another Hitler, I would send him to war to go and defend the planet, and it could be that I'm sending my son to his death, but I'm causing death for what I believe is a good cause. It's the same with the Aztecs. They believe that unless they literally pour blood, gallons of it, and give it to the gods, then there would be no rain, and then everyone would die. So, in a sense, you can't say that they were necessarily evil, but still, it's just nasty, nasty, nasty. Like, ugh. Do you know what? Their seminal story was that they made an alliance with some king of some other tribe, and to consummate it, that his daughter married someone from the Aztecs, and then they sacrificed that daughter, and they invited the king round for a feast where they took her skin and they wore it on one of the people who just danced around with it
Fucking
in
hell.
front of that guy, and they thought it was a totally okay thing to do, and that guy was obviously horrified. But anyway, that's why I'm saying I don't really like the Aztecs. But anyway, I was just being random.
Blood for the blood god, just like my grandmother used to always say.
What?
Blood for the blood.
It's really...
I said, just like my grandmother used to say, blood for the blood god.
Yeah.
I always
So-
wanted to get into Warhammer, but I feel like it's such a large barrier to entry for that franchise. Could never get into it. The lore sounds so
I
interesting to me, but
It's probably not as good as Mass Effect.
oh yeah, I agree.
Oh, Mass Effect is so good.
That's what we were talking about before you joined us.
Oh, saved it.
This is a remarkable planet, but again, without air, it just feels like a rock. That's the main problem.
Because it is.
That's why I love finding planets that have a bit of a haze, because at least they have a planety sort of feel, like a place, not just a surface that's coming in direct contact to the emptiness of everything. Do you know what
I mean, atmospheric landings this year. Come on, let that happen.
Who knows?
I bet
How
you know.
how
but
hard
you
is
just
it
can't
going to be
say.
for them to put that in?
It will. I don't know, because I don't know what their engine looks like, because there are a lot of technical factors involved, but it's not just a question of how hard it is. It all depends on what they want to do with it. If they want to just make it really simple, they could probably do it in a month, but they probably have big ideas, and that's why they haven't done it yet. They're like, we're not doing atmospheric planets until we've got the ability to do this with them, and that's not in the game yet. Do you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
my thinking.
Well, I guess we can just go play Kerbal Space Program in the meantime.
Yeah, or Space Engine. Space Engine's coming out soon, like the next big update.
So, they
If you know
need
about that
to. I want them to.
I played a little bit of it. It didn't hold my attention.
What game?
It's not exactly a game, that's why. It's more just like a toolbox.
What game? Is it Kerbal?
Space Engine.
Oh, yeah.
Space Engineers?
That
No,
is a
Space
good
Engine.
game.
Oh, Space Engine. Haven't heard of it.
Aha.
It's a god
That's what I make my
simulator.
documentary series in. It kind of is. It's a game where you can travel at 450 million light years per second. I don't think there's a game where you can go faster than that, to be honest.
Might be able to. If you wait long enough in Elite, you might be able to.
Yeah, maybe Megaton Rainfall you can. I don't know.
Looks like Obsidian Ant made a video on it.
Yeah, his most viewed video is Space Engine. Ah, all right. I really have to log out now. It's 1:45.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it myself.
It was lovely to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. See you again.
See you later, man.
Bye.
I gotta sort some exploration data first. Alright, I'm off too, man. Thanks for
All right, it was good to meet you, Commander Dante.
yeah, likewise, God.
Commander
Homestead.
Helmsman.
Homestead, yeah. Sorry man, I'll get it right eventually.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out, dude. See you later.
See you later.
Alright. I believe that about does it. I will end the stream here because I'm fucking tired. And I'm pretty much where I want to be, so... now we just gotta head all the way back. That will be tomorrow's job. So, yeah, I'll be around tomorrow to finish off that journey. So, yeah, I will see you guys then.